hello everyone. How's everyone doing? Hopefully good. And yeah, I did kind of fail yesterday at the speed runs we were doing for No Man's Sky. I did finish a run, but it was an hour and 38 minutes, which is fast, but not that fast. I am sure Zane can beat that easily, so I am not impressed with my own time. But you know what? It is what it is. I finished it. It's good to go. Mr. Doge, hello. I saw Streamlabs go after you earlier, Mr. Doge. Those emojis will get you because the bots do a lot of emojis. That's why we do that. But we're here to play some Valheim, everyone. What game are we playing now? Cheesy Toast, we're playing Valheim, a cool like Viking survival game. There you are. There it is. Freaking awesome. I love it. And so we are playing. I am playing on PC with a controller. I think it's not out on Xbox right now. So it is coming, but we don't know officially when. Like, we don't have a specific date yet. But man, I can't wait. I can't wait for it to be on Xbox. And this is a oh, someone's up and in the someone's in the server. Is that you, Beeble? Is that you, Beeble? Anyway, we have a server for content creators. Me, Beeblebum, Golden Gak, Zane are all on here building and kind of trying to go through and basically clear out all the bosses and progress through all of the biomes and stuff like that. It's really fun. I love it. Let me check. Is Beeble in there? I don't see him. Just in case. Captain Steve's in the house. Hello. Taking a little break from No Man's Sky and got back into Valheim. Dude, I got sucked into Valheim. I got sucked into Valheim. Hey. Oh, I gotta click the window. That way it knows which window I'm on. All right, so who's in there? Oh no, it's Zane is in there. Okay, so Zane is building. Obviously, he's teleporting right now. But this is our map. As you can see, look at all of these markers. This is ridiculous. We've marked a whole bunch of stuff all over the map. But what we've done is we've kind of carved out our own little areas. So Zane is going to be going to the east. I'm going to be going southeast right here, right below him. So there's like a little like a pizza slice. If you imagine this whole world as like a pizza, there are 8 different slices. Oh, no. Yeah, 8 different slices. I'm in the southeast, right below where Zane is working. And Zane is up here in the east. And so I'm just going to kind of go through and kind of explore some of this area. I have my cool building area right here. So I'm going to go through and explore this. I will say I went through the swamp a little bit. I got some more iron right here. But I want to go through it. I want to build out my house because right now it's kind of a bare bones like barn, which is cool. I like it, but we need to make it better. Now, this is not my only house. Pizza slice with no pineapples. Exactly. No pineapples on this pizza. What bosses have you killed in this world so far? We have done the deer boss, the first one, and I believe the elder. Yeah, we've done the elder right here. We went through and did the elder. We've also done deer, whatever you want to call it, the deer boss. Our next one is going to be, where is it at? Up here. It is the bone mass in the swamp. We are all gonna we have an agreement that we are only going to be doing all the bosses together as a group, so I can't go and get ahead or anything like that. But what I can do is build and gear up. So this is my primary house right now. This is my primary house. Kind of small, quaint. It works. But then we have our hub. This is where like basically where we all can go and build and use the resources. Beeblebum has been building it and it is freaking insane. So this is our main community hub right here. So the main island, the spawning island, is all free game. We can go wherever we need to do, collect all the resources, whatever. It doesn't belong to anybody. But all the regions, like south or east, is all Zane. This whole area is all Zane, so I can't go over here and steal all of his stuff. And I have southeast, so I have this little cone area over here. Beeblebum is building up over here in the northwest. And I believe Gek is going west right over here. Yeah, Gek is going over here. So he's kind of exploring out a little bit. Hello, Mad Scottish Gek, yes. For the emojis, use bots, use them in all caps primary, so Streamlabs will catch you for that. Yes! So you can use emojis, just don't do all emojis. Same thing for capital letters. You can use caps, just don't put it all in caps. If you put it all in caps, Streamlabs will get you because bots do that. It's a way to kind of meter out the bots. Any of the spam, like, you know, porn bots, the girl chat bots, whatever. They all use only emojis or only caps. I mean, every once in a while one will creep through, but you get rid of most of them by doing that. And so Streamlabs is checking for that. Just don't do all caps, you know, write a word and then, you know, use all caps after that or whatever. Just make sure there's some lowercase in there. Look at this. This is our community house. Look at Beeblebum is freaking building like a madman. Look at this. Amazing. Oh, I think the rain's going away. Well, now we can go out and we kind of, not do that. Open the door and close it on myself. We can go out and kind of start collecting wood and stuff for our base, my base that I'm building. So let's go over here. And Cap Gamer, this guy used all caps at Jason. Nope. I hope everyone had a great Christmas. Come on now. Not all caps. I'm talking every single letter. There is lowercase and uppercase in there. Come on now. If you guys can't understand the chat, then, I mean, you don't have to chat. It's not a requirement. Have you played Grounded? Oh, I have played Grounded. I love it. Look further up. Well, there's a certain limit. If you use all caps for the word off, O-F-F, there's only 3 letters there. Streamlabs is not going to catch it if it's a little tiny bit. There's a certain amount of letters you have to hit before Streamlabs goes, oh, got to stop you. So yes, there's a scientific process. Just don't use cap. Well, I don't know. I don't understand the necessity for all caps. I mean, I get it if you want to, or all emojis. But, I mean, it's not the world ending. I promise you will not die if you don't do that. I promise. Oh, cancel out. Dang it. Ah, there you go, Mr. Doge. See, there's a certain amount of, and I'm sure you guys are going to methodically count out the exact letters that you're going to need. And I could just go through and change that if you need to. Oh, but yes, there's a certain amount of letters you have to hit before Streamlabs even recognizes caps. Oh yeah, I better eat some food, huh? Yeah, let's eat some food while I'm here. Gotta get that food going, that way I don't die. All right. We're gonna go out and we're gonna explore. We're gonna get some wood. Oh yeah. And we're also gonna kind of explore the map a little bit. See what's around here. We need mushrooms. Subscribe to Jason Plays. Mr. Doge, you are just being attacked by Streamlabs. You know, if you piss off Streamlabs, it'll come after you. That's how my first one snuck through. Yep. Sing with me, sing for the year. Oh, man, cheesy toast. That's a lot of letters. We'll figure it out. Oh, I'll lower it. I'll lower it down to 2 letters. How about that? That way it's all equal for everybody. You guys can worry about that. Oh, give me that. Oh, we're in the Black Forest. I like this. This is where all the good wood is. Give me that. Come here. Hello, Beeblebum. Is Beeblebum in the house? Yep. Some people. I know. Hey, you know what? It's fine. If you get too rowdy, the mods are there. Whatever the mods decide, you know. I mean, mods know what's up. If you get too rowdy in the chat, mods will be there to help you out. Nope. Get out of here with that. So this is all Black Forest. I know that there is going to be plains around here. Get out of here. There are going to be plains around here, so that is going to be something we have to look out for. I don't want to run into the plains on accident. Oh, Beebs, how you doing? Yeah, hopefully you had a really good Christmas, Beeblebum. Oh, that's a 1 star. Thank you. Come on. Thank you. Give me all that deer meat that I can cook up. Up, and here's the plains. You do not want to come here. This is way too early. I don't have enough. My gear is not upgraded enough to be here. But I can grab some of this stuff. But yeah, you don't want to be out in the plains this early. You gotta beat bone mass. You gotta go to the mountains. Do that first before you come out to the plains. The plains will... Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, they killed somebody out there. Will you be gentle? Will you be gentle? Oh, they killed a... Oh, God, these guys are all out here. You're suicidal? The Great Orcs are suicidal? Oh, my God. Great Orcs are going to get taken out by all the big buffalo. Oh, Jesus Christ. Yay, I'm not mean. Come on, leave me alone. Leave me alone. I didn't mean it. I was just looking for the boundaries. I was just looking for the boundaries. Oh, I do need a boar. Ooh, it's a 1-star. I like it. Give me all that meat and all that skin, all the hide. Here we go. Yes, well, yeah, okay. The chat room is big enough. Go to each corner. Hey, and I mean, it's just chat, you guys. I appreciate everyone being here. I appreciate you all chatting, but it's not the end of the world, I promise. And I will look at chat. I will make sure to check it out once in a while. But if I'm getting murdered, like if I'm out in the plains like this, and the buffalo come after me, I gotta go. Not anymore. Swearing is acceptable only if it's light and not if... Yeah, seriously. I mean... Oh, God, we gotta go through the chat rules. Just be nice to each other. No need for swearing. I mean... Oh, God. Well, I got mosquito. There we go. I got a new material. Needle. Oh, Jesus. Get out of here. Mosquito, get out of here. I'm watching you. But yeah. I mean, basically, it's all just to have fun. It's have fun. And yes, we cannot accommodate everyone's version of fun. If your version of fun is being mean to other people, bullying other people, probably not going to be here. Oh, there's a lake out here. I like it. Get some flint while we're out here. Just kind of wandering around, looking for good stuff. Are we full already? Oh my God, yeah, we have some needles. We can make some arrows, yes. Hello, Zane. Like crap. Didn't include my favorite food in the poll. I tried to, but they limit me on my options. That's why I kind of only went with... I was going to choose certain foods, but you only got 4 options. So I was like, oh, we just go generic, like Italian food, Asian food, that kind of stuff. And I think this is swamp over here. No, not yet. All right. I mean, we're doing okay. Here we go. The heist, all the points are turned off. So if you're trying to heist or gamble, not going to work anymore. Turn those off for now. Not saying they'll always be off, but more people did not like them versus did like them. So want to make sure everyone is kind of excited and ready to go. Oh, I don't have a torch, do I? So we're in the Black Forest. We can get some core wood while we're here. Oh, wait, I don't think I can. Yeah, I don't have any room for core wood. What can we drop? We don't need any more deer trophies. We're good. All right. We need to pick up some core wood while we're out here. Here we go. I can't see anything. Can you guys see anything? Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. I have a helmet. Oh, wait. Crap. Oh, man, they are coming out in force. Look at all these great dwarfs. Really, guys? Oh, my God. Oh, Jesus. This is not going to be good. Thank God I have all my iron gear on. Jeez. You guys done? You done? Good lord. Then we have a skeleton out here in the middle of nowhere. Get out of here. Man. Are you kidding me? Where the... Am I in the middle of a... Is there... This is a burial chamber. It's probably a burial chamber. That's probably why there's just so much crap going on here. All right. Maybe I should wait for the day. Core wood. Oh, that's what I wanted. What am I dropping? Oh, yeah, we'll drop that. There we go. Give me all that core wood. Beautiful. Jason, I have a gaming piece out, Mr. Doge. Heck yeah, dude. Very awesome. Did you get it for Christmas? Very, very awesome, man. In my opinion, Jason, Zane's World and People Bum are the best No Man's Sky YouTubers. I think we're up there. I think maybe Zane is a bit... We all have our different specialties. Zane is really good at those stats. He can tell you every detail about No Man's Sky. People Bum, they're both really good. They're better than me in base building. And I just like to have fun. Oh, it is a... Okay. Burial chamber. Let's mark this thing real quick. That way I know. Burial chamber. BC. I know. I should have put the abbreviation in there, but I'm just too lazy. I need it to be explained explicitly to me. Oh, we got some more blueberries. Let's take all these home. Really? Come on, dude. I just killed like 5 of your brothers. Come on. Let's not do this. All right. I don't know why you guys think you're going to do it. Is that a flame? Oh, dang it. I marked it with the wrong... I'll go back to it anyway. That's fine. Is this like Skyrim type game? It is. It's more survival based. So you have to eat food. Like in Skyrim, you can just heal yourself and you're good to go. In this game, you have to eat food to get your energy, your stamina up, and your health up. If you don't eat food, you're kind of screwed. It's foggy out here, huh? Get out of here. All the streamers I watch are good in my opinion, and all do different people. Yep, exactly. We all do different things. We all have our own like specialties. And it's foggy. I can't see anything. Oh, this is not my real house. I gotta take that one down. Give me that. Get out of here. My real house is down here. I moved it. I was going to build on the island, but it was kind of a pain in the butt, so I moved it over here to the shore. Where is Bob? He is doing Ark. Bob is doing a whole bunch of Ark stuff. So if you like Ark, Bob is going to be your guy. Oh my God, are you kidding me? I'm going to drown. Go back. Thank you. Bob is doing Monarchy right now. Yeah, Monarchy, yeah. And it looks like he's having a lot of fun too. So that's the game I need to get into. There's so many games I want to play and get into, but man, only so many hours in the day. And you get sucked into like Valheim for like 7 hours straight. You're like, oh God. Can't forget Zoo and Flower. Yes, exactly. Zoo, Flowery Squirrel, Captain Steve. There are a ton of amazing No Man's Sky creators out there. Saz out there streaming. I've seen you stream. Whiskey Barrel. Moose Gaming. Let's get over here. I don't have any lights. I don't have anything here. Get out of here, Neck. All right. Let's warm up. Happy Sports Story finally dropped for Switch. Oh, nice. I don't even know. Captain E-Rock, Heather Silvermist. The list is very long. Valheim is quite addicting, Alex. Dude. I am sucked in. Who's People Bum? Bob and Zane. You all talk of shock and awe. I wonder. All right. I mean, I have a bed over here. Can't wait to get Icarus. Dude, Icarus is going to be good. Heather Silvermist. What about me? Yes. Scar mentioned you earlier, and I said your name earlier, Heather. I don't know. Is anyone here? Oh, are you sleeping, Zane? You might not be. You might be working. That's fine. I have to organize some stuff here. I need to bring wood over. That's what I need to do. Where's my wood? Oh. Hide. Beeble and Zane, don't look at my chest. I might have gone to the mountain. I found something out about this mountain over here, you guys. So we marked this location. I found something out about this this mountain location right here. Gek might have already done it. Gek might have already done that mountain. Oh, dang it. I'm full on flint. Feathers. Nope. Eyes. I can barely see anything. Where's my resin? There. Oh, actually, you know what? Resin I have to put in here. There you go. I can see what I'm doing. There we go. Look at all that resin. Here we go. Kind of lit. Seems we're the only ones showing restraint. Hey, I didn't do anything in the mountain. So, guys, I was going to totally go up the mountain. I was ready to go. I got here to this frost cave, and then there's a tower like right about here. So I was like, oh, okay, I'll just go to the tower. There's a portal in the tower. There's a chest with a whole bunch of stuff. And I was like, oh, this is Gek stuff. Because I went through the portal and I went back to Gek's house. So I was like, oh, okay. So Gek, I think, has already kind of gone through this mountain area. I don't know. I don't think he's gone through the silver because you need the wishbone for silver, right? So I know I couldn't find any silver. I went through the southern part right here, and I couldn't find any silver right here. So I killed a lot of wolves, but I did not get any silver. So that's what I was doing, and I ran into a whole bunch of Gek stuff, and I was like, oh, okay, never mind. Gek is here already. Bring my stone. Oh yeah, we need our cloudberries over here. And then my blueberries. Put my raw meats in here. Oh, I need to start cooking some of this. Herbs. I know it's all small because I'm trying to get it to the point where I can move all this stuff over to my main house. So I don't want to put too much here. Oh yeah, I got like special items over here with my flint, and it's full. Wait a minute. I can just take all this money. Duh, idiot. So I'll get my needle over here. Where's my seeds? There we are. Pine cone. I'll spawn a Fenrir in this house for punishment. No! He has a good... I haven't been to his house actually in a while. We should go over and see Gek's house. Because he was building it. Oh, no, not that one. Dang it. Gek. It looks like his treehouse is coming together nicely, you guys. Jason or Beeble, I think it'd be funny if No Man's Sky MC did a crossover where we saw lurkers and zombies in No Man's Skies and ships in MC. What is MC? Master Chief? No. What is MC? Captain E-Rock is in the house. Hello, Captain E-Rock. I thought my ears were ringing. Yeah, we were talking about you. We're saying you're a cool, awesome No Man's Sky. We were going through all the No Man's Sky creators that we know of. I mean, there's a whole long list of them. Time to Tina is another No Man's Sky streamer as well over on Twitch. Oh yeah, we're going to Gek's area. Where's Gek at? Beeble, Zane, Jason, Gek. There he is. Yes, Gar, something like that, but small. MC equals Minecraft. Oh, got you. Minecraft. Hey, that would be pretty cool. Yeah, look at this. Look at his home. This is Gek's home. Where's my staircase out? I can't see anything. There it is. Oh, maybe not. Oh, no, he probably built this thing differently. Okay. Let me go here. So look at, he has a big oak tree in the middle of his house. It's all covered in fog. Dang it. But he has a massive, massive base he's building right here. Oh, he's missing a wall. Oh, no. It's just angled out. Okay. But yeah, so this is his big tree house. Look at this. It's so freaking amazing looking. There's all the stone going up. Dude, this is probably taking forever to do. Look at this. Beautiful. That's insane. Thinking of streaming on MySpace. Shock it, huh? You know, MySpace is still around too. So yeah, you probably could. Yeah, look at this thing. Freaking awesome. He has all, look at this. Amazing, amazing organization. Look at all that. You have all the different chests in here. Yes. Freaking amazing. So the only thing is, you got to go through the certain portals. Golden Geck's house is nice as Beeble's. Sorry, Beeble. No, Beeble. Beeble is insanely... You guys, let's go look at Beeble's house, because Beeble has amazing stuff going on, too. And, I mean, they haven't been on for the holidays. They, they took off on Christmas, and they've been celebrating with their family and stuff, so they haven't really been building for the past week or so. But, I mean, look at this. We still got fog everywhere. But, yeah, look at this. He has a big portal, like, port. You have his harbor right here. Look at that over there. He has his lighthouses. This looks majestic with all the fog around it. Yeah, look at his home. It's amazing. Oh, look at it. He did build some stuff. He has a stand for all of his armor. That's awesome. All the organization. Look at this. I need to organize like this. This is crazy good. Maybe I should build my... Yeah, I need to build my stuff out here. I need to build my staircase like that. That way I can build more organization at my house. Look at that. It's just amazing. And we can go back to... We can go look at Zane's. I don't think Zane has his as far because he's building with stone. That takes a while to do. Valheim is on sale for $14 on Steam. Dude, do it. If you're interested, definitely. I would recommend it. They're adding content to it. It's amazing. There's a lot of stuff going on. They just had a Mistlands update, so they're adding new biomes to the game. Oh, such a good game. Thought I'd share as we were all waiting for him for a bit. Oh, yes. Beeb's got 2 big boats. I know. He's over there building. He has a whole bunch of iron. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. This is Zane. This is looking really good now, Zane. I just saw it with the... oh my God, he finished it almost. I mean, it's probably not totally done, but look at this. Okay, I just saw the foundations. I didn't see when he added all the wood and the... Oh my God, look at all that. That is freaking awesome. Look at this. And so he, instead of building a port out in the middle of nowhere in the ocean, he built his own port. Look at this. He could just have his boat come in, his longboat come in and land, and he could just walk out to it. That's amazing. Look at this. This is freaking awesome. He has his own port underneath his base. The whole hub has now been upgraded to stone as well, Jason. The bees are now in the garden. Yeah, I saw a little bit of that. So yes, guys, I need to catch up with you guys. So if I stream or if I don't stream, you know what I'm doing. I'll be playing Valheim for the next like 4 or 5 days, just trying to catch up. Look at all this stuff. Look at this amazing setup. I need to do one of those. I need to buy, or I need to do a big... Do I have wood? I do have wood. Give you some wood. All right. Oh, look at this. Here's this Game of Thrones. Like, oh my, his bed. Okay. Look at this. That is freaking amazing. Look at... I need to build my base better. I need to build my base better. This is amazing. You go down here and he has all of his oh my God, he has double layer smelters. Are you kidding me? Holy crap. Look at this. This is insane. He is ready to smelt like nobody's business. Look at this. Oh my God. Zane has been busy. I think... Oh God, fell down. I fell through the hole. I think all these guys are like, oh, I'm going to take off for Christmas. I don't think any of you guys took off for Christmas. You guys have been building this whole time, haven't you? You've just been playing offline, and I haven't seen you guys streaming or anything. Because look at all this stuff that he's built. It's crazy. This is crazy. What about over here? Oh, nothing built over here yet. Not finished, but dang, it's cool already. I'm going to steal some of your ideas. Look at that ship. See, I was doing some version of this, but Zane's is a whole lot better than mine. Look at that. That's the kind of roof I need to make. That is the kind of roof I need to make. That way all the smoke goes up through the center and you're good. You don't have to worry about being choked out. Zane had free days. Look at that. I know, Mr. I'm not going to stream or anything. Look at all this. This is crazy. I love this. This is a cool looking... It's almost like a longhouse, like a boathouse. Nope, he's using the stone. I like it. But yeah, look at all that. That is so freaking awesome. Now, I'd be afraid of bad things happening because, I mean, yeah, look, there's no protection on this side. So I need to get out of here. That way, if he gets attacked, it's not attacking his base. So we definitely need to move out of here. But man, okay. Beeble, your house is pretty cool. The base hub is pretty cool. I really like Zane's build right now. I really do. Because, I mean, yeah, look, we have all stone. Look at this. This is the base hub. Oh, I have a whole bunch of resin. But yeah, this is our home base where everybody uses it, you know, to kind of explore, come back, bring back building materials. Look at all this stuff. It's all stone now. Look at all this. You guys are way too far ahead of me. I need to start building my own. Look at this. Where'd all the bees go? Wait a minute. Where did you put the bee? Is it, oh, look at this. Oh, wait a minute. We have a campfire underneath an oak tree? Beeble, that is cool. What the heck? Oh, we probably didn't have enough for one more bee. Look at all the bee. Look at all the honey. Good Lord. Look at this. I saw a Christmas tree. Yes, we do have a Christmas tree up in the main house. I think everyone does except for me. I don't have a Christmas tree. I have the recipe, but I need to build it before they take it away. That's why I need to start building now before they get rid of it. Because you can keep it, but after a certain point, they don't let you build it anymore. So as long as you've built it, it'll stay here. But you cannot build it after... What day are they going to cut off? Probably in January sometime. Sometime in January, next week probably. They're going to cut it off to where you cannot build it anymore. Ooh, Raven Throne. Ooh. Look at all this. Look at all this. I'm liking it. I'm liking it. I need to start building with stone and wood. I need to improve all of my stuff. You guys are building way too much. Look at this. Turnip stew. Look at all the stews and stuff. Dude. And then we come over to my house. My little shack out in the middle of nowhere. This is a meme. Jason, I have tons of resin. Game, you're out of resin. Yeah, I know. Look at my little tiny home. Oh, it's terrible. I need to start building more. I have my little base of operations. It's terrible. It's so bad. I just kind of ramshackled through everything together. We need to build, you guys. We need to build. Wait. Okay, good. I want to make sure I don't have any pork. Because I'm trying to save the pork to make sausages. As you can see, I'm getting low on my sausages. So I need to get some more pork. Or the ham hock, whatever. What is it called? The boar meat. Ham hock, whatever. Could I just leave? You could if you want to. Where is the landing pad? I don't have that yet. Dude, I'm not that far. Shock it off. All right. And I've been building some, I got some fish. I have my backup stews and stuff. And I have also been making frost-resistant mead. That way we can go up to the mountain, even though it was basically already explored by Gek. I don't know how far he got. but he explored it because he has some stuff built up there. He has a portal built. Mods or vanilla? This is vanilla. Waiting for the parents to come to pick him up. Yes. It is a Viking-based survival game. Yes, this is a Viking-based survival game that I'm playing right now. Oh, wait a minute. Let me put my let me put my wood away. Oh, yeah, I got my iron. And I ran out in the plains. Beeble! I accidentally got 2 pieces of black metal. So I was literally running for my life trying to get away from those goblins. The furlings, whatever you want to call them. And so, yeah, I literally had to run for my life. Dragon bed? Yes, because I got my wolf pelt. That's probably why. Okay. Let me put some more down here and put my wood away. There we go. Oh, yeah, I need to put some of this other stuff away as well, like this. I should just go to the merchant and sell it. All right. Oh, I should probably eat as well. Well, let's go get some more wood while we're out here. Explore a little bit more. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, I actually lured the locks inside my swamp, killed all the abominations and spawned. Oh, I want to kill one of the locks because I need to get their cape. I don't know. Can you make the locks cape without... You only need iron, right? Do you need silver for that? You probably need silver for that. I don't have any silver. Because that was a thing. I don't think you can find silver. Because isn't it underground still? I don't know if it's above the ground or not. Like, I didn't run into any when I was on the mountain. I ran into a whole bunch of wolves, but not any silver while I was out there. So I was just kind of like, I was looking for maybe an outcropping, maybe a little tiny piece of silver I can grab. Nothing. Really? Get out of here, buddy. You need silver. Dang it. Yeah, I kind of figured you would. When you get to the plains, you probably need a lot of silver for all that stuff. Or black metal, probably. I only have 2 pieces of black metal, so it's not going to be enough. All right. Well, let's go explore a little bit more. Now that we have our map is... Oh, yeah, we need to change that burial chamber symbol. Get rid of that. And then name it burial chamber. What the f? A furling out in the middle of the Black Forest? Are you joking? What the crap? Yeah, I need to get a wishbone. You need a wishbone, so you need to beat Bone Mask, the swamp boss, before you can actually go and go do the plains and get your silver and stuff like that. A furling was out in the middle of the Black Forest. Well, that's great. I did die. That freaking thing, I thought it was a dwarf. I was like, it's a great dwarf. It'll take, you know, forever to kill me. Not if it's a freaking furling, not a goblin, whatever you want to call it. Oh my god, goblin got me. That's ridiculous. That should not have happened. Freaking goblin in the middle of the Black Forest. Oh, well, I'm next to the... I literally am right next to the plains. That's probably what it was. Because, yeah, the plains are like right here. Right there is the plains. That's probably what it was. Let me grab my stuff. Where's this furling at? Where are you at? You jerk. Dun, dun, dun. Really? Come here, buddy. You want to start something, you better finish it. Get out of here. All right. I feel stronger. Got a lot of mushrooms out here. I like it. Look at all these mushrooms I'm picking up. I'm going to have a whole bunch of mushroom stuff for my stews. I think a deer stew needs mushrooms. And carrot soup needs mushrooms as well. Plains, swamp borders are the worst, dude. Yeah, I know. Frickin' furling comes out of nowhere and gets me. That's all right. We'll get some wood and we'll build up. Oh yeah, I need to eat. See, this is where all my food's gonna go. I need to get that boar meat. Jason, it is a survival game. You're supposed to be alert. Yeah, hey, I have a whole bunch of armor on. I thought I was good. I was like, oh yeah, I got this. No worries. Easy peasy on that. My armor will save me. Nope. Obviously not. There we go. Got some good wood. Yeah, giggity. See, I thought it was one of those guys, a Greydorf. I was like, oh, no problem. Greydorf comes up to me. I don't got to worry about him hitting me. Nope, wasn't the Greydorf. Oh, there's another boar over here. Give me all your boar meat. I need it. I need it to make some sausages. I also need to start farming as well. Yeah, look at all this beautifulness. Gotta go to bed soon. Yes, Mr. Dodge. It's probably getting late over there. And it's not late for me, not yet. We'll be playing this all night long. I gotta build my... Now that I've seen everyone else's base and how great they are, I'm like, oh my god. I don't have any time. No time to build. You guys are over there building secretly. Really? See, look it. This is why I wasn't worried about it. They don't do any damage. And then I go boom and they're done. That's why. I was like, oh, Jesus Christ. Oh my god. Where did you come from? This is the worst spawn area of all time. Get out of here. Move, move, move. Yeah, take out the great orbs, buddy. Do it. Make my life a... Oh, no, he's taking out the furling. Do it. I'll get more black metal from him. Oh, he's a 1-star furling. Oh, my God. Holy sh... The 1-star furling took out a troll on his own. Jesus Christ. This is not going to be good. Almost half my life with one shot. Are you joking? You're dead, jerk. Get my metal and black metal. I got 4 pieces of black metal now. Oh, I thought he was a grayling or a grey dwarf. Dude, this is the worst spot to have a freaking base. I'll tell you that. Worst spot to have a base. I need to build out my my fortifications a little bit more. Now that I know there's trolls everywhere and furlings are going to come over and attack me. Jesus. Hey, Jason, check out my meme after finally killing the boss I've been struggling with for years. My coworkers, well, there goes my paycheck. Oh, okay. I hear, oh, Jesus, I feel bad for not having a brown pants. What happened? A troll came out of nowhere. Out of nowhere and came at me. All right, black metal goes in here. I got all my iron scraps right there. I need to start building stuff or using that to add more. Oh, yeah, we got a whole bunch of that. Dude, I had just random stacks of stuff everywhere. I don't have any. Oh, yeah, I don't have any torches, but I could also take this back. All right. Yeah, we'll take this back to the main base. The troll will lose. Dude, a troll in the forest? Dude, I wasn't ready for a troll to come out of nowhere and come at me. Thank God I ate. I was thinking, oh, I shouldn't eat because I don't want to waste the food. Thank God I did. Let me throw some of this in here. Resin. Resin. Okay, they're all good. Okay. At least those ones are for now. Hides. Feathers. Gold goes over here, I think. Yep, right there. I got a second stack, finally. Oh, yeah. I went to the swamp. I got a root mask, finally. So it gives you a little bit of, I mean, do you need all of it or do you just need the helmet? I assume you just need the helmet, the root helmet. I got one of those finally. Got my stone over here. MSG Scar, hello. Hello, Carmen. Seriously, where's my brown clothes? You have, says people build at your house. Can say people build, people's allowed to build in general wherever. Now, we did mark out like in the general area like this. This is all, anybody can build wherever. I can't, my area is down here in the southeast, so I have to go in this general area. I mean, people can, but most of the time it's just, hey, look, just don't go down there unless we're going to fight a boss. And so, like, this is all Zane's area over here. So I can't go over there and, like, farm for resources or anything like that. That's all Zane's area. So he's exploring the map. He's gaining all the, you know, he's going through all the different areas for resources, that kind of stuff. And same thing for me over here and Beeblebum over here on the top, northwest. And then Gek is over here on the west. Not mine! I'm just sitting for a second to get over my... oh, yeah, I need to fix my gear as well. Ah. Okay, finally finished what I was doing. ESO, and I can pay attention. No worries, Heather. Hello, all. I know you got ESO, you got to do your dailies and stuff. I got to fix all my stuff here. My level 3 forge. I don't think I can go any higher, right? Yeah, I can't go any higher on any of this stuff. Boom. Oh, my iron scale mill is maxed out. Okay, level 4 is max. Okay. So now I can start focusing on my other stuff. I got my pickaxe to level max right there. Same thing for my iron mail and my scale mail and my greaves. So I just need to do my iron axe, my helmet, my mace. All right. That's easy enough, I say. I was doing dailies and something else trying to get a deck of cards. Oh, really? Are you playing Gwent over there, Heather? Are you playing Gwent over in ESL, Elder Scrolls Online? Is Valheim procedurally generated? Yes, Nightcat, it is. So, if you start a new world, it'll be different than when I start. You know, this map is custom to us. And so it's just like Minecraft. You can use a seed and it'll make the same exact map, but you have to use that seed just like Minecraft. If you just start a random world, it'll give you a random seed and it'll be different. Everyone's world will be different. It'll have different biomes and stuff like that, but it'll be different. Look at those guys out there. Bedtime chase. Okay. Okay, I was in bed earlier. I guess I will go. Okay. Let's go to bed. Tribute, and there are several decks you can gather. I'm working on the last one. Oh, dude, I've been working on my deck in The Witcher. If I had all the time in the world, I'd be playing Witcher, No Man's Sky, and Valheim just every day, all day. But, you know, you gotta do world stuff. You gotta go shopping. You gotta pay bills. You gotta stream. You know, that kind of stuff. It worked! Yeah, Zane did. So Zane is over here, as you can see. Zane, he's building his forever home right there. Beautiful. Are you in chat, Zane? I can go over to Discord. I don't know if you're in Discord or not. Let me check. Oh, crap. I went into someone else's chat random. Hopefully they didn't hear anything from me. Yeah, I don't see anybody in chat. So, okay. Never mind. Got my answer. Are you hosting or playing single player? Beeblebum is hosting. So, this is Beeblebum's server. I'm just on it. And anybody can join in because Beeblebum has a server. Our progress is saved, so even if Beeblebum is not playing, me or Zane or Gek or all of us can get together, or one of us. Like, if I'm playing and no one else is playing, I still progress. Now, I'm not building over in their areas, so I'm not doing anything in their areas, but I could. You know, at least on the main island. I can't go over to like Zane's house right now and destroy it. Zane, have you updated the map? I feel like you haven't, because you're in an area that's not unlocked on the map. You haven't updated your charts, have you? He's over there doing secret missions, trying to hide all of his progress from us. Oh, that's where the plains are. We're gonna go north instead. Because I don't want to go towards the plains right now. I don't want to get killed by any of the goblins. I probably will be streaming some Valheim on Saturday. Yes, I'm streaming chill. Do it. Do it. I know I've wanted to jump in and play some Valheim today, and I was like, I might as well stream it, right? In chat if you wanna. Oh, okay. Now he's in chat. Now he's in chat. Where is he at? He is. Well, hello, Zane.
Yo, I need to mute your stream now. There we go.
Oh.
This is good because now I won't hear the constant sounds of things hitting you and then thinking I'm being attacked.
Oh, come on. That's half the fun. So, dude, I thought you guys were going to take a few days off for the holidays.
This is my chill Valheim fun time.
Oh, okay. I was wondering because I went over to your base and I was like, holy crap. You built a whole lot of stuff over there. The last time I saw it was just the foundations.
Yeah, I jumped on a bit Monday night, then most of yesterday, and a little bit today.
I only jumped on for about 37 hours. Just a quick 37.
It was a solid like 14 hours.
Good Lord, yeah. I was wondering because when I went over there, I was like, holy crap, you built up a whole bunch over here.
Yeah, it's been good.
Well,
I'm finding a complete lack of, I'm finding very few crypts for the space, and in the crypts I'm not getting much luck with the iron.
Really?
Yeah, in the last 2 days I've done another 5 crypts, but I've explored like pretty much the majority of like my segment in the first 50%, and I've only found 6.
6 total crypts?
Yeah. I found a lot of swamp, but hardly any crypts.
Well, see, the problem I have is a lot of my swamp is right next to the plains, and so I'm just getting destroyed.
Oh yeah, I found like pretty much all my swamps has been next to plains. I've just been careful.
I'm not careful. I mean, I think I've only done 2. I found 3 so far, and I've only done 2, like totally cleared out 2. But man, you gotta go real slow and steady because I'm getting messed up.
Well, I'm pretty certain the swamp with bone mass in near you is that swamp is pretty much entirely in your segment, so go for it. Because I think there's a mountain, by the looks of it, there's a mountain on the edge of my side. So there's going to be pretty much everything that's in your side is going to be swamp that you can get a load of iron from, so you should definitely go for that at some point.
Yeah.
Plus it's a bone mass location, they're cool locations.
Heck yeah. Well, yeah, I'm definitely going to do that. I was just... And the other thing is, I don't know if we agreed on whether... Because I know we're not going north or south, but my island right now that I'm on is... It varies into the southern area.
The one that you're on at the moment?
Yeah. It goes beyond my boundaries over here.
If it does, that's a massive amount of island that's like within your boundary. Because like, if you look on the map, this is the line.
Oh, wait.
So you're way away. You're well within your. You're like almost in the center of your segment at the moment.
Yeah. I see. Yeah, it's going straight down. Yeah, but I mean, from the looks of it, I don't know how far it goes because I have my map, and I kind of ventured through a little bit. But I mean, this island starts like right here. Like there's the edges like right there. And so it goes right into where the boundary is.
Oh yeah, but I mean, so all of the island that's within your boundaries fully yours. But
Yeah.
like if we said no to like islands that crossed and stuff, we'd have almost no space to explore.
Yeah, well, yeah, I know, because I looked at mine. I was like, oh my god, are you trolling here too? Jesus. I killed a troll outside the cave thinking that was him. And then there's one inside the cave as well.
Yeah, there can be. There's a spawn point outside of a cave, and then there's a one-time spawn point within them. And it's like whether you find one within. I don't know if it's like 50% or what, but there's. I often, if anything, I find them less than I don't find them more than I do inside.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I was like, this is the first time I've seen one inside when it wasn't outside, or when it was outside.
Ah, dang it, another dead end. What are you doing to me, Crypt? You bastard.
I heard that one coming. Like, oh no. Oh. I will say I have my my iron chest and my legs maxed out, and it is kind of sweet. I don't take as much damage as I used to. It's kind of nice.
Yeah, I did the same. Once I got my smelters up, I smelted the iron I picked up after, because I'd put 84 or so iron in the build, so most of the iron we got off the first one is just in the build.
Just in the build? Holy crap, yeah.
Yeah, it takes a lot to hold up that giant stone floor.
Oh, I'm sure, yeah. I was just looking at that going, holy crap. That is insane.
So, like, I maxed a pickaxe to 4, a chest and greaves to 4, and then I was out of iron from like the 200 odd I'd picked up at the other place.
Yeah.
So, so I'm popped out to get more. I'm hoping I can get a good 200 or so from all 6 crypts, but considering we got 200 from 2 crypts on the first island, it's a bit meh.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think I ended up grabbing, I think about 150 from the 2 I grabbed already, and I was like, okay, nice. I like this. Yeah. Yeah, I was like, dude, because what is the minimum? It has to be somewhere around 60 or 70, right?
0. So
wait a minute, really? You can get a crypt with nothing in it?
Well, right. So the 5 that I've already done, I'm on the 6th now. One gave 10, another gave 25, then one gave 115, then another 39, and then 51. So that's low on average.
Yeah, okay, that's crazy. I think I've been averaging 70, 80, something like that.
Yeah, so yeah, the average is somewhere around 70 to 90.
Okay. Well, yeah,
the highest I ever had was 247.
Dude, I think when me and people were going through our crypts, we got like 120, 130, and I was like, okay, that's a lot. Yeah, I can take that. 200, yeah, that's crazy.
I mean, to be fair, on that server, I did enough crypts. I did enough crypts to get 1,500 iron. I think. Maybe 2,000. Beeble
Bum over here showing off. He's like, oh yeah, I had 7 in my... he had 7 crypts in his area. He's 450 iron.
Damn Beebs.
I know!
Damn Belgian.
What the hell is that? Well, I spent a lot of my time building and exploring the main island. I haven't really explored over here in my area, so I'm trying to go through and clear up some of this map so I can see where I'm at. Oh, this might be where the... yeah, the plains, dude. Plains are killer.
Well, it looks like this is a pretty small crypt as well, because I'm at the end of it now. Dang it. Oh, I'm not at the end. Oh, yes, it's another room.
There you go.
Like, I heard the slime and my heart grew, like the Grinch after he'd... I've never actually seen the Grinch, so I don't know what makes his heart grow, but...
Wait, you've never seen it? Not even the cartoon from, like, the 60s?
No.
Oh. Why not? Are you just not like the holidays? Are you anti-holidays?
No, I'm just not American, so like we never, as far as I knew, I never saw like the Grinch original 60s thing.
Dude.
I think that's an American thing.
No, that's a universal human being thing. You're a human.
Like when like Jim Carrey's movie came out, I wasn't young enough to like super get into it type thing.
Yeah. I feel you on that one. It's like, okay. I mean, I watched it because I'm like, okay, I like the original Grinch cartoon. I love that thing. And so I watched it. I was like, okay. I mean, it's Jim Carrey doing slapstick, physical humor. Okay, that makes sense.
I do like me some Jim Carrey.
Yeah.
He's hilarious.
I like, comedy, like in his prime, the 90s Jim Carrey was amazing. He does some good stuff nowadays, but I mean, I don't know. It's just, it doesn't feel the same.
Yeah, it's like Ace Ventura, that's like peak for me.
Yes, Ace Ventura, Cable Guy. Love that movie. It's so dark, but I love that movie. Made to watch it for the first time on Christmas Eve. My kids loved it. Wait a minute. 4 King Crazy were made to watch it the first time? Ow. I don't understand. That was like, as a child, that's one of those things where it's like, okay, every child can understand the Grinch. Truman Show is really good too. It feels like once you get to around 30 or 40 on your skill, it just slows down tremendously.
Well, the skill increases.
Yeah, the skill increases because I feel like I've gotten to 30, 35, maybe
You've
40.
died a lot though.
Oh, well, I know
That's
I've died, but it feels like I get to that and then I don't die for a long period of time and I don't get past like 45. And then I die, I drop back down to 42 and I get back up to 45, but I can't get past that barrier.
Yeah, it's like I've died 6 times I think so far, and like my pickaxe is at 64.
Really?
Yeah, just because I haven't died that much.
Well, to be fair, most of my deaths have been in a row, so there's no like,
Yeah.
there's no penalty. So dang it. But I mean, in general, it feels, even if I haven't died for a long period of time, I just can't get beyond a 45, no matter what I do. I mean, I put the throw on
can.
I mean, well, I know
Like,
it's
so
possible, but I feel like I can't.
I think it's just I think it's just kind of semi-illusionary almost. Like it just seems just due to how things have panned out or whatever.
Maybe.
It is brutal sometimes, especially when you've built it up to like, you built something up to like 60 and then you die once, and then before you get back up to 60 you die again, and then
Yeah.
like when I think with Hearth and Home I had most of my skills 60 to 70 or whatever, and then Wolves were suddenly intensely harder, and I died so much and I never got my skills back up anywhere near there.
God. Game brutal.
Damn Wolves.
I like poop. Okay, Spider. No judgment here.
Yeah. Enjoy.
Exactly. You do you. Oh,
I am at the end now.
oh, is he spamming? Spider, come on.
Right, how much did I end up getting in this bad boy? He's definitely on the higher side, or more average, finally.
Finally.
I think it's around 70 or something.
Yes.
75, sweet, I'll take that.
I got enough pork. I should be okay. All right. You. Next time is the hammer. Yep. Don't tempt the mods, everybody.
It's his penis.
His nickname. Oh. I don't have any ancient seeds. Well, maybe they should go in the seed area, actually. Oh. Bum, bum, bum. Damn it! All right. Bones.
Okay, I've got 315 total then from those 6 scripts.
Okay.
That should be enough. I'm just thinking with the well, as we get on later, we need iron again, don't we? So I need to make sure I keep enough for that.
At what point do you not need any more iron?
I don't know, because the next time you need iron was previous endgame, and I haven't been looking into Mistlands stuff to stay away from spoilers.
Save spoilers,
So I don't
okay.
know if anything Mistlands requires it.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, I'll have to see if there. I don't think there are any. Oh, actually, yeah, there is one bit. Oh no, that's Mistlands. Never mind.
You need iron always. All right, Beetlebum. Always need iron. Always more. What do I need? For my...
Never enough iron. Okay. Yeah, I'll just keep Luke and then.
Entrance. Got it.
I should probably make an iron sword though. Or do I wait for silver sword? And keep bronze sword?
Where's my...
I'm just using my stag breaker on bone mass. Gonna be
Hey.
amazing.
Heck yeah. Where's
Well,
my...
I don't know if this is still the case, but previously, a basic level 1 club was better against bone mass than like an iron sword.
Really?
Just because,
It was more
he's
blunt.
he's very resistant to pierce and slash, I think, but he's weak to blunt.
Well, thankfully, I have a level
mace.
3 mace. Yeah.
Nice.
3
yeah,
iron.
that'll do really nicely.
Heck yeah. Because I'm going to be tanking it up on that one.
Same. Yeah. I'm working on my serpent shield, so I'm gonna max out to level 3 today.
Oh, I definitely need to work on my shields as well. I still have my bronze. I need to go, because I focused everything else on iron, so I need to do my shield now.
Yeah, for the boss, I wouldn't go with the buckler. I go with the buckler for almost any other mob, but you can't stagger a boss, so it's pointless parrying it.
Yeah, that's true.
So
I mean, you
wanna go
can't.
for a
I'm
tower
so
shield
cool.
as well.
I'm going to stagger everybody.
You just walk in the room. Oh my gosh, I
Yep.
can't move. Look at that man.
Exactly. You know what's going on.
Look at his abs.
Look at those abs. Exactly. It's like you've read my mind.
And then he goes off into a song and dance because it's a musical about how he'll never be loved because he's just a mass of bones and goo.
Oh. Yes. Deer stew. Make sure it's damaged, but it does tire too much. What are you guys talking about over there? Oh, you're still talking about Beeble's hammer? Oh, Lord. Oh, I got my gear.
Oh yeah. I forgot that the metal cooker things need chain, so I think it's 3 chain per one. I built 4 for some reason.
Oh, good Lord. Okay. Yeah.
But I just found another 3, and I've killed a lot of raids, so I've still got 16 left.
Dude.
I need them for braziers and black metal shield, damn it.
Carrots. Somebody need carrots. All right.
Hurts.
Carrots.
Gotta get them curts. Look at them currents. Do, do, do.
Oh, are you able to sleep?
Yes. 2 segundos. There we go, I'm in bed.
Oh, I'm about to in 5, 4, 3. There we go. Had to stop being wet. I'm so wet over here.
Oh, he's hella moist.
Oh. Did you have a good Christmas, Zane?
Yeah, not bad. I'm doing family stuff more on New Year's, so like I pretty much worked through Christmas.
Okay, okay.
Like I was working on that guide through Christmas Day. Like,
Oh, were you doing your looper guide? That's why you went up the other day?
yeah, it took man, that took so long. It took like 4 days of just content editing. Like it wasn't worth making for me,
No.
but I kind of knew it wasn't going to be though. But a lot of people were like asking for it, so it's like,
Dude.
why not?
It was worth it for me to make it was just basically a walkthrough, a playthrough, not even a guide. And it was worth it until the last milestone, going through that freighter and dying. I was like, not worth it anymore.
Yeah,
Oh.
I think hours wise, my video probably took about 30 to 40 hours. And it'll probably won't
Jeez.
get past 15k views.
Yeah, but it'll be there forever. It'll be there forever. So evergreen, people will come back and say, hey, we need to look at some of the older expeditions. There you go. I don't know how evergreen it will be, but
It's the opposite of evergreen. It's it's an expedition.
I know. Hey, there's gonna be 10 years from now when No Man's Sky 2 is out there. They're gonna say, we need to go back and look at some of the old expeditions. Let's look at this guide.
I'll probably private them, just because it's just like like with the older ones as well. People happen upon them, think they're relevant, and then when they're not relevant, they think they have a bad impression of my content.
That's true. I mean, the way I try to mitigate that, it doesn't solve the problem, is I always put a year on it. And so if someone comes in and says, oh, this is from 2018, it's like, yeah, it's old. You don't want to use a guide from 2018.
Yeah,
so-
that's a good.
It helps,
way.
but yeah, it doesn't solve the problem. It's still, someone's still gonna watch. You know, there's always gonna be that person like, hey, I watched your guide from 5 years ago. Why doesn't it work anymore? It's like, well, okay, it's 5 years old, maybe. I don't know. I feel like I love having that, like, for preservation, so someone can go back and say, oh, you know, No Man's Sky, because playing the game now and you compare it to day one, that'd be amazing to have those videos up so someone could go back and watch your first playthrough of the game in 2016. It'd be totally different.
Yeah, like I must admit, I do like that aspect. With some of them, I've unlisted and put them into a playlist that is available on the channel.
Yeah,
It's
I've done the
more
same
just so
thing.
like, it's more so you only find it if you're looking for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still unsure whether that was the best idea when I privated
Probably
over
7 million
1,000
views.
videos. Yeah, so it's about 7.5 million views I privated over over 1,000 videos. That's a lot of work.
Yeah.
Like 5 years of my life.
Well, I don't know if you've been doing this, but I've been purposely leaving up my live streams because I was unlisting them after like 48 hours because it seemed like they would hurt your overall.
I've been curious about that.
Yeah.
Since they separated them, I've been wondering whether it's actually okay now.
Yeah, I've been doing it and it doesn't seem to have as big of an effect. I mean, I haven't done extreme amounts of streaming, so I think I have like maybe 10 or 11 streams up. And I've just left them on purpose just to see what they've done, and it seems like they're decent. We'll see with the next update. You know, I usually use those as a barometer, like, okay, how many views did I get? Is it getting recommended enough or anything like that, just to kind of see the effect. Yeah. But so far, it seems like they're actually separated, so it doesn't really change anything about your normal videos, which is nice.
Yeah, that's good. Damn swampy weather. What are you doing making me moist?
Where's the tetracobalt? Dude, I was talking about that yesterday during streams. I don't know. It's still like, it's so ingrained in my brain. Anytime I see a subterranean relic, I'm like, oh, tetracobalt. Not ever again.
Never again.
So sad. That was like my big money-making scheme. Like, you could get it right from the get-go as soon as you get your terrain manipulator. You don't even need that, but it makes it easier. But yeah, you're done. Oh, well, and then they nerfed cobalt prices too. So like, oh god.
Yeah, I was pretty annoyed when they made it so you couldn't refine them back to like the base elements again, because me and many other players use them as storage. So I had thousands upon thousands on my permadeath and survival saves of all these resources in storage. So I suddenly had just some worthless rocks and no storage.
Yep. I had same thing for me. I had a permadeath save. I didn't have thousands and thousands, but I had I think 2 or 3 stacks, and they were my go-to in case I needed cobalt. And I was like, okay, great. Now I can't do that. Can't do my economy crashing because it doesn't really matter. Can't do it. Well, I did. My saves are gone now, so I get to start from scratch. I mean, technically, I still have my Xbox save, so.
So do you not have any backups at all, or?
Nope. My backups were in the cloud, and because I'm a genius, I think it's because I was on cold medicine and I was not paying attention. Either I deleted it or something happened and corrupted it. Either way, I wasn't looking, and I back up everything to the cloud, and I don't have a local backup. And so I literally just started playing my my fresh save for a guide. Wasn't paying attention. And then when I got back to the main menu, I was like, I don't have my main save anymore. What the hell is this? And I looked all over.
So
gone.
rough.
Yep, it's just completely gone. That's okay though. So much has changed. The only thing that bothers me is that they still have some weird issue with the with all the expedition items being shared across all your profiles. And so if I start a brand new save, it's like I've never played any of the first, I think, 5 expeditions. It's like, well, great.
I lost all access to previous expedition things on all of my saves when I reinstalled Windows. So, like, I had all my backups, and I put my backups in the new folder and everything. So all my saves are there, but then I just had no access to that stuff, which is a bit annoying because, I've not only just done every expedition, I've done them, like, 10 times each.
Yeah, I know. And it was one of those things where I'll just start a brand new save, and I'll grab all that stuff, like my golden vector. Nope, can't do any of that stuff. Whereas I had all of that. I mean, I claimed it with my main save. I claimed it. I had it. It was fine. It wouldn't let me claim it again, but you couldn't do it anyway. But I had it. Now I don't have it, and I can't access it because, it's a weird... I don't know. Ever since the 4.0 update, I don't know what's going on, but it feels like that really divided something in the game itself. It, like, broke a lot of things, and also, like, Switch, you still can't access the Nexus Cube. You still can't do a lot of the core features that you wouldn't even have thought about. No capes, no multiplayer. I mean, no multiplayer. Okay, I wish they would have done that, but at least they told us that up front. But there's a lot of other unspoken stuff that they just didn't include. And you're like, what? Okay. Yeah. And you thought, at first I thought, okay, this is just like a weird, they need to go in and patch it. And it's been a couple months and they haven't patched it in. It's like, what the heck? I don't know.
It's also not a synced universe. So, like, where Xbox and PC used to be different to PlayStation with stuff like vendor items, what to sell, how much to sell, what to sell for. Mm-hmm. Then they synced all the things with crossplay, and then all of them were the same. But now Switch is different, so it's not synced. So, like, when I was doing, like, the expedition guides or whatever, if I said go to this one, and when you're in the station pick up so and so, no Switch players could get it. It's like,
that is, yeah.
I mean, it's a minor thing, but it's just. It's like, why is it not synced?
It's a minor thing, but I think that's the bigger issue that I have, is that there's a lot of these little tiny minor things that are separated, different, or broken. Like, not having capes. You can claim the reward for a cape, but you cannot equip it in the Switch. What? There's no option in the appearance modifier for that. That just feels broken.
I kind of get it. It's like the same reason why they disabled capes on other players in your game and only have it on you, because it's like the cloth textures and stuff is like super. Oh, it's super draining. Although I mean they've got it on PS4, so why not on Switch?
Yeah, and that's the thing is I get if they would have came out and said, look, we can't do capes, or we can't do. Give us a list of things you cannot do or you can't do at this time. In the future, maybe, or whatever. But they didn't go through it. And then it's just more of a half backwards thing, because you can get a cape on the Switch, but you can't equip it.
That is really weird.
That is like, okay, if you can't do it, then just don't put it in. That's fine.
It's possible they intend to implement it in the future, so they made it so you could already get them. So when they do implement it, you've got them. But
and that very well could be. It just the whole 4.0 revamp just felt either rushed or half broken. Because the other thing is it affected things on the other platforms as well, not just Switch. I mean, Switch got it the worst, I think, because it feels like it was just a really cut down version with a lot of issues. But there's other things that have cropped up in, like my playthrough. I've run into way more crashes, bugs, texture issues on PC and on Xbox than I did ever before. And so it feels like, I don't know, rushed or something. Who knows what's going on? Maybe they have a big plan and it just didn't work out before the holidays. I don't know.
Yeah, it's possible. I think, I mean, I definitely, due to how I am myself, sometimes I definitely get the, like, I'm pretty bad at time management when it comes to most things I do, because I'm always trying to do something I've never done before, and I'm terrible at gauging anything new for time. So I think they have a similar problem, where it's like they're always trying new things, because they were kind of one of the pioneers to this level of procedural generation, like with these graphics and stuff. So I think they're always trying new things, and no one else is really doing it with a modified Unity engine and stuff, so they don't really realize how long things will take. I think they've got better at it, but still sometimes, you know, an update won't be as finished as they thought it might be.
Yeah. Well, and that's the other thing is that it's different for everybody, every platform. You know, there's more bugs on one versus another, and it depends on the update. But this is the first update in a long time that I've just seen just across the board. Everything was, and maybe it's because it was a total revamp of everything. They changed a lot of core things, but it feels like they have so much on their plate. They're doing the Switch version. They're doing a new PSVR 2 version of the game. It feels like they just had too much going on, and they were like, look, we can't juggle everything and have it still up to the standards that we had before, so we're just gonna push it out, and we're gonna hopefully patch it fast enough.
But, like, have you been having a lot of crashes and stuff?
On PC for No Man's Sky, I will say I've had a lot of patches immediately after 4.0. After a couple of patches, it has gotten better, but on the average, it still crashes more often than it did before. And I say before. There was a point where it was crashing constantly. I can't remember what update it was. It was maybe the Sentinel update.
I always struggle with knowing how stable the game is, because I almost never get crashes. So I had one since 4.0 total.
That's crazy to me.
And I've played a lot.
And that's the thing, though. It feels like it. I don't know if it's because I go crazy. I know you guys know. I tell you guys all the time. I go crazy with my drivers on my GPU and my OBS and everything. So it could be very well that it's just a driver issue. That's just because everyone has a different setup. So who knows? But I've also on the flip side, I've also heard a lot of people complaining about the PlayStation version not running well, crashing, or just texture pop-in that's more frequent than it used to be. Texture just being trash.
Yeah, I've heard a lot. I've heard a lot of crashes happening on console, especially in this expedition. A lot of people have had bugs and crashes that have caused them to die, so they've been reset. And it's just like, well, I don't want to play this again now. I've put that much time in. I've died to a bug.
Yeah,
it's like dying to your own, to your own fault is acceptable. But it's when you die to a bug, it's like demotivating.
Well, it feels fair when it's your own. You can realize, okay, I did that. It was my fault. But when you get out of your ship and you fall through it, and you're like, what the? I didn't do that.
I had that. I must admit, I did have this. So there was a bug. There's a bug in the expedition, probably in the game as a total, which I've had several times when I was researching the expedition. And it's basically that if you summon the anomaly and then leave it, and then go back into the anomaly in that same system without leaving it first, when you go inside the anomaly, all the landing pads won't load, but you'll still land as if they are there, and you can get out, and you'll just fall. But you won't die, you'll fall onto sort of a floor beneath it.
Really?
So you can fix it by just reloading the restore point. But
Yeah.
it did crap me up when I started falling.
Yeah. You're like, what the hell? See, I've run
me a
into
lot of time if I die here.
I've run into a couple issues, like in this expedition during my walk, my guide, whatever you want to call it. I had an issue to where I landed on the last derelict freighter that you need to get the whale flute, and my weapon, I had a scatter blaster. It would do the animation of firing, but nothing would happen. So my character was moving and firing, but no bullets, no damage, nothing was coming out. And I was just like, what the? And I had to reload, and it was fine after that, but it was a weird bug, and I've run into that a couple times. I don't know what triggers it. It just feels, I mean, it's probably not random, but it feels randomly like I will just enter an area, and if I try to pull out a weapon, it doesn't matter what weapon it is. I generally use a scatter blaster, but it's whatever weapon. It'll do the firing animation on your character, but nothing will happen in the world. Like, it doesn't register bullets. Yeah.
That's annoying, especially when you're gonna die otherwise.
Yeah, that's why I was like, nope, I gotta reload the save right now because I'm not dying on this, and then I died anyway. But yeah, it's just, that kind of stuff, and it's all minor stuff, just inconvenient stuff, but it feels like there's more of them than I remember for a long time. There was a time where, yeah, there was a lot of bugs. Especially, there was a rule on permadeath, just don't worry about permadeath. You have to stop and, you know, reset your system or whatever you're doing, because you're gonna get out of your ship on a freighter and you're gonna fall through the ground. It was almost a guarantee, 50-50.
Yeah, that's happened to me on permadeath as well.
Yeah,
going to a frigate.
Yeah,
and there's no floor. It's just in this one part as well. Just like as I walk and drop.
Yeah. And so
yeah, and the yo-yo thing never works because it like yo-yos you back up and then you take fall damage. You're like, you're kidding me? I died in survival to that before.
Oh. But yeah, it feels like there's more than usual, and it could just be explained by, hey, they've revamped a lot of systems from the ground up, and so it changed a lot, and they didn't have enough time to go through and really test everything out. That could be it, and we could see an update in February when they put out the PSVR version, and it just cleans everything up, and it's all good again. Who knows?
Yeah.
It feels like it was rushed.
Yeah, I agree, and I'll be looking forward to whatever they bring. If anything, I'm kind of enjoying a bit of like. Obviously, I'm focusing on No Man's Sky as well, but I'm enjoying a bit of time to be able to jump on Valheim and play some of the games.
Definitely. Well, and then I don't know how you feel about Starfield, but I'm so pumped.
I'm a huge Bethesda fanboy. Like, when I was younger, my literal dream job was environment texturer for Bethesda.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
I can't. Oblivion was what properly hooked me into RPGs.
Me too.
I never really played them, and then I played Fable, and then I was like, I want a proper RPG, like a really involved one, and like I found Oblivion just as that came out, and man, I lost 6 months of my life to that.
Dude, me too. That was my first, because I dabbled in Fable. I was more of a Halo guy. I was just playing Halo like crazy, and then. They came out, the 360 came out, I think it was immediately after, maybe a couple months after the 360 came out, they put out Oblivion. I was like, oh, okay, dude, I got sucked in so fast. I was like, okay, I'll just play this. Didn't play Halo for, I think, like 6 months to a year. I was just playing Oblivion. Love that game.
Yeah, completely understandable. Like, I was also a big Halo player. Like, I got an Xbox purely so I could play Halo. I waited. The first ever game I waited for a store to open and for a game launch was Halo 2.
Halo 2? Yep, Halo 2 was the one.
Yeah.
Oh,
I got the Steelbook edition and everything, and
yes,
man, I was obsessed with multiplayer as well on that, which I'm not with most games. I don't normally play like deathmatch and stuff, but I played it constantly on that.
Halo is amazing. Thank you, Old Man Gib, for the super chat. Much appreciated. Happy New Year's. Happy New Year's to you as well.
Hells yeah. Happy New Year's, y'all.
And yeah, I do agree. I like this time of year when there's the Expedition replay kind of gives us more breathing room to do other stuff, and I like that.
Yeah. You can't have cake every day.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, you
can.
It's not advisable to have cake every day. There we go.
Yeah, you need to vary your palate. Oh, but have you played Witcher 3 at all yet?
No, I've been really tempted, especially with me sort of taking a few days off for once.
I was gonna say I played it on stream. It's rocky on PC, so it's still. I mean, you have a 3090, so it might be better for you. But I've heard you need a 40 series to really actually play that game because.
What?
Yep.
It's insane.
Not for the power, but for the features. Because a 40 series card, they have frame generation. They have DLSS 3.0, and you can't get that on a 30 series. And so,
yeah, but you only need DLSS really if you're struggling with rasterizing power. Have a thought.
Well, in Witcher you do, because even like a 3090, it's so bad because it's open world, and the way the way they've implemented the ray tracing is insanely detailed. And
it's
so
probably also a little unoptimized because it's an old game that's been adjusted with new graphics.
100%, because I mean, the launch day, it was almost unplayable for me on a 3080, and I was like, dude, and it's the DX12 implementation, because I went to DX11, ran 150 frames a second. I was like, okay, go to DX12. Even if I turned off all the ray tracing, it was kind of rocky. I'm like, what the hell is this? And then, they put out a couple more patches, and it runs very decently. Like, I can get 40 to 50 frames per second with all the ray tracing turned on, which is awesome. But then you have frame timing issues. So it's not frame rate, it's the drawing of the frame. And so it feels like you're getting 40 frames a second, but then it's a slideshow because the frames take so long to actually draw on screen. It's so weird.
Yeah, like frame pacing, I think it's called.
Yeah,
that's usually caused by lack of memory.
Yeah, and even though, I mean, I have 64 gigs on my card, or on my rig, and 10. Yeah, VRAM. I got 10 VRAM, dude. and
I hope that... So, sorry, Gary.
Yeah, go ahead. Good.
I was just saying, well, like, I'm hoping then that mine will run fine, so I've got 24.
Well, it'll run fine now because they patched it up, but Digital Foundry was going through it, and they were just like, look, unless you have a 40 series card, and you don't even need the power or the memory, you need the DLSS 3.0 because it literally generates your frames. And so it's more of like the DLSS 2.0 lowers your resolution and ups it. So you're going from, like, if you're playing at 4K, it'll lower it down to 1440p and then up-res it. Whereas DLSS 3.0, it's generating those frames. It's anticipating and making, not, or for lack of a better word, a fake frame in the middle.
So it's just making better choices, basically.
Yeah.
And so quicker, more efficient.
Yeah, and so you need that. And so everyone's saying, oh, yeah, just, if you play on a 40 series card, are you going to sleep or no? Are you building?
I am in the middle of the ocean.
Okay, yeah, don't worry.
Sorry.
But yeah, they said that, if you could do it right, it's perfectly fine. But, like, there's games like fighting games, you cannot use DLSS 3.0 because you can't generate a fake, because there's a hitbox there. You can't generate a fake frame on that. Anyway, but it's better. I mean, I've been playing it on PC, and on my 3080, I get between 40 and 50, and it's not as framey. But then, it depends on where you go. There's also, I think there's a memory leak. If you play for longer than an hour, all of a sudden, I went, and I did it on stream. I played for an hour and like 30 minutes, and then my frame rate tanked from 40 to 42 down to 12. I was like, what the hell is this?
Odd.
And I didn't go to a new area. I didn't do anything. I went into a menu, and when I backed back out into the world, 12 frames a second. Like, what the hell? And the only solution was I had to quit out completely and relaunch the game. Totally fine. Perfect. It's like, what the hell is this? Anyway, so if you play it, I mean, you'll probably have a way better time. It's been patched, and you have a 3090. You have more power to put behind it.
I'd say that actually, the whole thing, 12 frames and then resetting fixed, it sounds like a memory leak.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things, and it's, everyone that I've talked to about it, they've said that it feels like it's just, they didn't optimize it for DX12, because it wasn't originally a DX11 game, and then they ported it over to DX12 to get ray tracing and all that. And it's just, in 2 months when they've patched it up a few more times, it'll run beautifully. But right now, it's just like, maybe not.
Oh, God. I thought I was going between islands, and all I can see in this gap between islands, which is plains and mistlands, by the way, all I can see is mist ahead of me.
Yep.
I am backing the frick up.
Nope.
Back it up. Roll them up. Roll them up.
Roll them up. Don't do it.
That is a massive mistlands sea rock thing.
Yes.
Oh, God.
Oh, yeah, and then I switched over because I have it on Xbox. I bought it originally on Xbox. And the Series X version runs beautifully. If you want, you have to choose between ray tracing, which is beautiful, but it's 30 frames locked. And I mean, quote unquote locked. It'll drop down to 20 sometimes. Or you can do performance, which is no ray tracing at all. It still looks beautiful. Its textures are amazing, but no ray tracing. It gets to 60, and that's almost locked. Like, ray tracing is heavy.
Yeah. Like I don't think I've experimented at all with ray tracing. I haven't jumped on Cyberpunk since I got the 3090, but I've been tempted to.
You should, especially with a 3090. Come on.
That game will look beautiful with it.
Dude, yes. And they've actually worked on it, and that one is optimized. I could play with ray tracing on my 3080 pretty well.
Yeah, I mean, I played with my 1080 with decent graphics on it pretty well. I didn't really experience any issues. Not anywhere near the bugs that people were showing.
Yeah.
So the 39 should be real nice.
So you're gonna get a 40 series card?
What's that?
Are you gonna get a 40 series? You gonna upgrade?
No, I bought a 3090. I tend to skip a generation or two.
Yeah.
So my next graphics card will likely either be a 50 series or 60.
See, I in my mind, that's exactly what I was gonna do. I was like, I have a 3080, it is more than enough. And then I see everybody, they're like, dude, the encoding is amazing on the 40 series cards. But
it's also unnecessarily amazing if you've already got a 30 series.
Well, no, not even that. They encoded AV1, which realistically that's not going to be a standard for any time in the near future, so it doesn't really matter. No, but
YouTube are making it standard already.
Are they really? I didn't hear about that.
Yeah, like a lot of the 4K stuff uses AV1, but they encode it on their side because it's a more efficient streaming one.
Oh, when I mean standard meaning that they accept it. Like, you can throw it up there, but it's not really. There's no benefit to doing it other than it's better, better performance on bitrate, all that kind of stuff. But YouTube itself, like, you can't stream an AV1. You can't do any of the stuff like you would hoped for, because I mean that's the biggest reason to use AV1 is streaming would be amazing. And so we're probably years away, but that's what I was looking at. Going, there's DLSS 3.0 that we cannot get, that won't put on the 30 series, which is ridiculous.
Yeah, but for me, I was like, and I'm not joking here when I say my card cost me almost $2,000.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Like, I'm not. I'm good for a while.
I'm good. I'm set. Well, I was lucky enough because I got a pre-built and everything was MSRP, so I got my 3080 at the I think 700 price point. I was like, perfect.
Nice.
That was the only reason. Yeah. I was like, it's time, because I was on a oh god, I can't even remember what I had. It was like I think a 2060. I don't know. It was a few years old at that point, my desktop, and I was like, okay. I mean, I would rather just upgrade the graphics card, but if I'm gonna do it, it's gonna be cheaper just to get a pre-built altogether anyway. Because I don't want to spend $2,000 on a GPU when I could just get a whole PC for that.
I nearly went for a pre-built. By the way, the $2,000 I spent was how much it costs, like in every store that wasn't even overcharging.
Really?
Like, well, it was 1,800 I paid. But thing is, I haven't just got a 3090. I've got the EVGA for the Win 3 Ultra, so it's like their top overclocked version.
Yeah. That's what a 3080 I got.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Well, that was, I was nervous about New World with that, but yes, it was nice.
Yeah. The pre-builts with that card in were like $5,000 plus.
Really?
So yeah. So like these were ones like if you have that card in, you're also looking at like a top tier processor, so like a 5950 and stuff.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm in my brain. I'm justifying like, oh, my processor's a little bit old, and I've had my my water cooler for a little while, so maybe I need it. I'm just trying to justify. There's no reason to get it. Water cooler.
Best name.
But yeah, you just try to justify. There's no reason. I'm absolutely fine with what I have, and I'm like, oh, try to justify it. Like, well, it could be my streaming PC or it'll be my editing PC, and I can turn this into my streaming PC. There's all these reasons.
I was doing the exact same steps in my mind. I was like, if I buy a 4K system, then that'll be my gaming PC.
Yep.
I'll turn my old PC into both a Valheim server, a Minecraft server, and a storage server for my video and stuff, and blah blah.
Yep. All the reasons when it's like, no, you're good. And realistically, I don't think my house could withstand a fire if I got a 4090.
Yeah. I assume have they got that under control now? Or?
Well, from what I could tell, I don't know if you watched Gamers Nexus. They went through, and they just looked. Yeah, well, I love them. And whenever I'm considering upgrading, that's the first place I go. And they tell you, look, you don't need this crap unless you really just have the money to blow. And I'm like, I don't. Damn it. But they went through and they were testing the plugs on the 4090, and I'm guessing, or they're guessing, that it has to be because the card is so big, you have to really bend that plug to get it to actually melt. Like if you just if you don't plug it in all the way, it still works and there's no danger of it. But you have to plug it in and bend it at a certain angle for it to actually do that. And it makes sense because the card is like gigantic. So you're thinking if you're setting it up in a smaller case, you're going to have to really bend that wire to get it to fit.
Oh, so that's what it was. Just like bending the shit out of some wires. So
yeah,
kind of
where the plug connects to it. Yeah. And it's only at a certain angle, and it's one of those, because everyone was like, oh, it's because I didn't plug it in all the way. And they're like, no, we've tested a whole bunch of plugs on different angles and not plugging it in on certain, and it would just boil down to if you plug it in and then you force it down or you force it up at a certain angle, it will trigger that. But other than that, you really can't do it.
That's all right.
Yeah.
As long as you're not ham-handed, you're fine.
Yeah, as long. Well, I think the big warning they had, a lot of people they said was, it's just my case is just barely big enough to handle it, and so basically the plug is right next to the sidewall, and so you're basically having to force that plug down to make it fit, and that's what people were doing. They were pushing it down or pushing it up to squeeze it in.
Giggity. I do like a big case. I've got the Asus ROG. No, not Asus ROG. Asus Tough Gaming case.
Nice.
Massive, like tempered glass side, and just like I don't know. It's just huge. I love how like it's marketed because it's got like these massive like handles that you can remove from the top, like fabric ones, and like. It's marketed as like a LAN PC, but it's also like 15 kilograms empty. It's like, what?
Yes.
Like, who's taking this to LAN? What the hell?
Oh.
LAN PC probably shouldn't have like a giant 5 kilogram thick bloody plate glass side.
No, you gotta have all the cool stuff. Come on. Yeah, I just got a
bodyguard to carry my PC.
Oh. Yeah, exactly. Seriously. Yeah, I just got mine. I had mine pre-built from NZXT. Not sponsored, by the way. But I love them. They take care. they take care of everything for you. It was amazing. So I was really happy with mine.
Oh, nice. Yeah, NZXT were definitely one of the more trusted ones. Because there's a fair few builders over the last 5 years or something who I don't know. They'll try to price gouge. They don't like, or they use proprietary parts like Dell and stuff, and it's like awful.
Yeah, well, and that was the reason why I went with them, because they up front they tell you this is what we have at the time and this is what we don't have, and so I was just when I got mine I was waiting 3080. I was waiting for 3090, and I finally gave in at the 3080. I was like, okay, I'll get a 3080. That's fine. That's good enough. I mean, way more than enough I need.
Yeah, to be fair, I wouldn't have bothered with a 3090 except for I was planning and still do plan to do some work in animation and stuff, and just give things a go. And you need a lot of memory for like Blender and the 3D stuff. So that's what pushed me on the 24 gigabyte VRAM.
Well, and that's why I'm really. I mean, everyone is giving crap, and it is ridiculously overpriced. But the 4080 is literally more powerful than the 3090, using the same power draw as a 3080, so it's more efficient. Wow. Yeah, and it has 16. It doesn't have 24. It has 16 gigs of VRAM on it, but it's more efficient.
Nice. I was like, if the 3080 had 16, I'd have bought that instead.
Yeah, I know. And so it looks like if the price goes down on a 4080, that is like the way to go, unless you want to really overdo it and do a 4090. But I mean, the power draw on that thing is insane.
Yeah, the 90 is always the 80, but the best chips and overclocked to frick. It's like it's just taken way overboard, then some extra memory. That's why the power draw on these is always so rough. Especially when you're playing Valheim and you can heat the house with your 3090.
Yes. Well, and then I guess they overdid the coolers on. Like, they used the same cooler that they used on the 4090 on the 4080, but it uses way less power, so it's always cool. I'm like, that's awesome. It feels like that's the. I mean, if I was gonna buy one, that would be the one.
Very swish-tastic. I'm seeing nothing but Mistlands, damn it. Come on! Papa needs more swamp. Does anyone want more swamp? If I've seriously emptied every swamp in my segment, I'm a bit pissed. Ooh, hello, another Leviathan. I have nearly got 300 chitin already, and I've already built like several friggin' harpoons.
Yes, dude. So yeah, the AMD is also overheating. Great. Yep. Everyone is just trying to, because they're trying to get those high numbers. They have to prove that they're faster, and it's like, no, more power does not mean faster, but it does to them.
AMD on overheating is like on brand from years ago.
Well, they had a great set with the 60 or 6000 series, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
And then go back. Yeah, well, I mean, and then there are 7,000 the CPUs. When the average, the okay temperature is 95. That's supposed to run at 95 all the time. That is crazy to me.
Yeah, that is mental. It's like, I'm not comfortable running 95 constantly.
Yeah. No, that's why I'm like, no.
Sure.
Yeah, and so everyone was just like, yeah, it's because they really wanted to max it out and make it look like it was more powerful. And everyone just says, if you get a 7,000 CPU, just go into eco mode, you get 90% of the performance for a way less power draw. I mean, you drop it down to 55 max on temperatures, and you're still getting 80 to 90% of the performance. It's like, well, damn, okay, well, why don't they do that? They wanted that extra power.
Because they can sell them more.
Yeah.
When it says, like, 50,000 bajillion megahertz.
Yes. Well, yeah, that's exactly it. They could just say, hey, this is our performance. It's like, well, yeah, but you're at 95 the entire time, no matter what. It's crazy. And that's okay. That's normal. That doesn't feel normal.
So it throttles if it pushes 1 degree more than normal.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I guess that was the other benefit of going into eco mode, is that the temperatures are all lower, and so you're not throttling as though when you're gaming or whatever. You're not throttling back down. You don't lose frame rate at all. You actually get better frame rate on eco mode versus the actual standard out of the box.
Mistlands is beautiful.
I didn't even look at it. I was so afraid.
I'm only like sailing past it, but like the trees and the rocks and stuff looks epic.
And we do that after the plains, I assume?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I didn't know if there was another biome after the plains or not. But that's all.
I've now just sailed into a massive cove of Mistlands.
Yeah. That's how I got killed my first time. I lost all my stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I went into a cove.
Did you lose it all? Were you not able to get it back?
Well, I got my iron back, but that was the time I went out to sail again, and I was wearing all of my brass or my bronze, and then we got disconnected that day, and when I reloaded, I was just swimming in the middle of the ocean.
Why you never went and got it back?
I sailed through there and I couldn't find it. It was not there. I don't know if it sank or what happened, but it was not there.
Oh,
I was so mad.
Right.
That's
because you. So, were you disconnecting? Did you disconnect just after you died?
Well, no, I died. I went down. I got trapped in a cove in the plains. I died with all my iron armor. So I reloaded back at my home base. I strapped on all my bronze, and I was sailing out there, disconnected. You and I both disconnected at random, and I was like, oh crap. And when I initially reconnected, I loaded back in, no boat, middle of the ocean swimming, died because I ran out of stamina. And so of course I made another carve. I went back in there. I couldn't find anything. I was naked. I was like, I don't have anything now at this point. Nothing was there.
Up then,
I was
like,
I mean,
if
it was
you didn't
bronze.
disconnect after you lost it, there should have been a grave that floats.
Yeah, that's what I was looking for. I was looking for anything. Couldn't find anything there, and I was like, "Oh, screw it." I mean, it was bronze, and I was past that already, but I lost all of my bronze gear to that.
Yeah, but it's still good to have the bronze gear as a backup. So it's a bit crappy that you lost it.
Yeah. At this point, I'm okay. I mean, I still have my
you will
leather.
Die again.
What?
And you will want backup armor to go and get it from when you die in the plains.
No,
or the
never gonna happen. I've never died before. That was the one time. I mean, I do have leather.
Dying has entered the chat.
I do have leather.
Dying has died.
That's my backup. Is my leather.
Yeah, I've now got as backup, I've got my level 3 troll armor, my level 3 root armor, my level 3 bronze.
Good lord. Oh, yeah, you were ready to go, huh?
I'm still using the root helmet at the moment, just because obviously we're still doing swamp. So while it's not as good as potions, it's pretty damn good. So
now, do we know the stats on the root helmet? Like, I think the potions are 75.
Well, yeah. So they'll be 50. So basically, damage modifier is resistant versus poison. Resistant is 50. Very resistant is 75.
Okay. Yes, chat's having their own conversation. Hey, we gotta talk about stuff. I haven't talked to Zane in a while. Talking about updating PCs.
No, I'm kidding.
They have their own chat going on. It is nice going back into a burial chamber and not having any issues at all.
Damn it, chat just got its revenge on me because I wasn't looking at the screen and I was turning into what looks like a dock in the Mistlands.
Why?
Cool.
Why would you go to the dock? That means they're inviting you to die.
Well, yeah, I wasn't intending to go there. I looked at chat and forgot I was still turning.
Oh, don't be distracted.
That as Dockeroony on my map there. That looks cool though. Just crash. No, I didn't crash. I'm fine.
Oh god.
I'm trailing between Mistlands again now. I hope not. Anyway, I've got like 300 and some iron in my boat.
Oh,
I don't want to lose this and all my armor.
See, even I have my longboat and I have the room for it, but I only took 90 at a time. I was like, if I crash, I don't want to lose all of it.
Really?
Yeah, I was so afraid.
Oh, I couldn't be asked to do multiple trips, man. Like every server I've done, my goal has been to fill a longboat of just iron scraps, and then I'm satisfied then.
No, because I know
It's,
I know me. I would crash that thing and lose it all.
I think you can fit 540 in a longboat.
Well, and then if you crash in a longboat, like if your longboat just gets destroyed, does your cargo fall into barrels?
It floats in cubes, so
Okay.
it'll drop like cubes which have 4 slots in them each, and
Okay.
however, those cubes can be destroyed. So if they are accidentally destroyed and you're over water that's deep, then you still will lose that stuff.
Oh no.
Yeah.
That would be see that would be what happened to me. So I only do half at a time.
Your
just in
grave
case.
can't be destroyed though, so you should have still found a floating grave.
I mean, unless you guys can find it out there. I literally I'll you know what, I'm gonna sail because it was close to the spawn to our home base. I can do that again. I have my trail markers on my map. I know I literally died like right there. So
Throat of the world again. You've changed your name, Sithgasm. What was your name before? You weren't Sithgasm when you used to say Throat of the World Giggity when I was playing Skyrim.
throat of the world.
Yeah, cause, like the ones, because when you go to Throat of the World in Skyrim, I think I went Giggity. And then ever since that, every single stream, I got Throat of the World Giggity and asking me to make a t-shirt. I do need to do that at some point.
Yes, you do need to do that. That'd be amazing. Should have brought a torch with me. Oh, you know what? I have a problem. I have my headlamp in my inventory, and I just never use it. I circle it.
Yes, old explorer.
Oh, really? So, like, if you die, I can go over and grab it?
Well, yeah, I mean, you looked in one of my graves before, didn't you? And then you picked up the blueberries. It was when I died to that troll. It was in the Black Forest.
Yeah.
I said you could take the stuff. You said, "Oh, some good stuff in there." I was like, "You could take it," but you didn't.
Yeah. Well, yeah. That feels too scummy to me. Even if you tell me to, I feel bad.
Yeah, I was literally saying you could. It's like, I don't want it. I'm not going back for it.
I know. I just feel like when I first started, I was basically making all my own armor, even though there was all kinds of good stuff like bronze back at the home base. I was like, yeah, I'll go get my own stuff. I had leather armor and stuff.
Yeah, I definitely get that. It's like with the communal stuff, it's always I always feel better if I'm putting in a little more than I'm taking out.
Exactly.
And I'm like, yeah, I'm good then.
Yeah, and that's how I feel too. I'm like, okay, I'll take some, but then I have to put some in. So I have to make sure I'm going to go get some, whatever it is. Like when I took some sausages this morning, I made sure to go back and I made like 20 or 25 sausages to put back in, even though I didn't take that. I was like, yeah, well, it's fine. I'll need it later, or someone will.
Yeah, it's the boar meat for the sausages at the moment I'm struggling with because I haven't set up my 2-star boar farm yet.
Yeah, see, you guys have all these tame things. I'm just running through the forest killing all the boars I can find.
I killed one of them today so I could make 16 sausages.
Yeah.
It is good. It's good efficiency because I've got like 200 frigging thistle now and like 150 intestines.
Yeah.
I just haven't got the boar meat.
Well, that's the thing. Yeah, I have all this, all the stuff, and it's just nope, no boar meat. So screw me, I guess.
How is there this much Mistlands? Like, it does seem like once you're 50% away from the center, it is nothing but Mistlands with the very rare Black Forest tiny bit.
Now, I've been wanting to go back. I'm pretty sure it doesn't work this way, but you cannot. Once you've generated a seed, like before the Mistlands, you can't get Mistlands after that, right? Like they don't add in Mistlands to an
You
old
can if you've never generated that specific area of Mistlands on the map. So when the world is created, that will determine where the areas are, but the areas themselves won't have been generated yet. So like when they added tar, any that you hadn't generated would then have tar in the plains. If you generated them, you'd find no tar. It's the same with Mistlands. So like any Mistlands you'd already generated, and that's like 500 and something, 580 or something meters from anywhere you've been, it generates. So it's about double. Like if you look on the map about when you have uncovered ground, so it's about twice extra the radius of that. In fact, it might be more, because the radius of that is like 80 meters, I think, that it shows uncovers on the map.
Okay.
I looked into all this ages ago.
I was gonna say you know a lot more because I have an original seed from when the game first launched, before Hearth and Home and all that stuff, and I'm like, I wonder if I can get all this good stuff in that world.
Ooh, where I'm going through now, there are some good Mistlands-y goodness.
There it is. Okay, I was looking for my meat. Giggity. Seen you on. Oh, Sith Gaming says it was on Twitch, so he had a different name on Twitch. That's why you think it's a different name. For the throat of the world. Sithgasm.
Son of the bitch, I've been deafened for ages. I've been talking as well.
I was wondering. I was like, all right, fine. You don't want to talk to me? That's cool. Damn.
But yeah, like, I looked over to see, is Jason muted? I am muted. Son of a...
Do you do that? Or does it just do it at random?
Oh, no. Well, it's me. I would have clicked like / by accident. That's what I've got set to the button.
Oh, see, I can't do any hotkeys for that because I know I would accidentally hit something like that. So, and I have my Go XLR, so I could just mute myself if I need to.
I'm Jason. I've got Go XLR.
Oh. I'm telling you, dude, seriously, I love this thing. that was my heavy investment. Instead of a new PC or a new graphics card, I got a Go XLR.
There we go. Two-gun Tim, yes.
Two-gun Tim. There you go, yeah. I need to sell some of my stuff. I'm collecting all this. Oh, you know what? I started this stream saying I had to finish off my base, my home, and I haven't done any. I've been collecting wood this entire time. Haven't done any work on that yet. I have like 2 boxes full of wood already. Great.
Oh man, yeah. The need for resources is real. Like,
yeah.
My base so far has, I think, it's either 5 or I think it's 6,000 stone now, and about 2,500 wood.
Oh, Lord. Holy crap.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah.
Stone, man. Don't tell anyone what? Don't tell anyone what? I only read what you'd said in the thing. I don't know. What have I done?
No, I don't love wood. I love bones. Come on, guys. Get the bones.
Have you seen my bone collection? Giggity.
Giggity. Oh. So, Zane, if you had your choice, if Sean Murray came to you and he said, look, Zane, we need new direction for another game. You know, we're happy with No Man's Sky. We have a small team dedicated to making more content. Don't worry about No Man's Sky. That'll be forever. What game do you want Hello Games to make?
How much detail do you want?
I got another 2 hours of stream, so give it to me.
Because, well, I have a pretty fleshed out game idea.
Really?
It's something I intend to work on myself in the future.
Well, are you comfortable sharing that?
No, not really. No.
Okay. I was gonna say you can tell everyone, but I mean we are on stream, so everyone will know.
Well, there's 2 ideas, but like the first one isn't so fleshed out. Kind of decided against it because the whole point of it is that, like, it would, like, I don't think it's doable because it would need too much of a centralized. Potentially, now this could be a complete misunderstanding of on my part of how quantum computing works. But I was thinking it could be potentially used quite well for managing the NPCs on a server because it seems to be, I think, from my very, very basic, probably wrong understanding of it, it might work very well for random number generation, which would work really well for NPCs and decisions.
Maybe.
But
I feel like that would need to be curated though, because what if they made just terrible decisions?
Well, yeah, I mean, it still would need to be limited, but I feel like there's greater potential in that. But again, I know so little about it. Whoa, what's this shaking?
Yeah, you being attacked?
Oh, is that a serpent? Oh, I think a serpent I'd already sailed way past was like, grrr, so it just shook my screen.
You're not allowed to leave.
Hey, where are you going? Where are you
Where do you
going?
think you're going?
Damn longboats that do faced.
So realistically, what do you think No Man or Hello Games would be working on? In your estimation, like what makes the most sense that they would be doing for another game? If they
It's
were
definitely going to be procedural generation because that's kind of their thing. That like this next one would be procedurally generated 2.0 with their generation code.
Yeah.
I think it'll definitely be different. To be honest, I think it's probably similar to like the ideas I'm thinking of. So I don't know.
Yeah, you don't know. See, what in my mind, what would make sense would be a sequel. But I know Sean Murray said he doesn't want to do a sequel to No Man's Sky.
Yeah.
And the other part of that is how do you make a sequel? I mean, they've essentially made a sequel with all the updates because this game is completely, or No Man's Sky is completely different today versus 2016. So essentially, they've already done that. So I mean, how would you...
They even said they consider next like No Man's Sky 2 as close to it.
Yeah. But I mean, if you're gonna go procedural generation, it has to be space themed. I mean, my brain.
No. It's definitely. It doesn't need to be space themed at all.
It doesn't need to be because Minecraft is not. This is not.
Yeah,
but
Valheim, yeah.
It would feel, maybe it's my own projection, it would feel like a step back if they say, oh yeah, by the way, we have a procedurally generated game. It's going to be smaller than Minecraft, but, I mean, you have to go bigger, not smaller, right? When you make your next game, it has to be more, not less.
No, you can go smaller, but incredibly refined.
I would take that. I would take that, yes.
So some of the best games out there aren't that huge in world in comparison to a lot of other ones, but they're so refined. Like say Last of Us 1, that's pretty linear in its play, but the world has a sort of an open feel because it's so tight and so well made, and like everything is freaking beautiful, and so you don't miss the fact that it's fairly linear, even as an open world gamer. But you could make a game that no one person could ever fully discover that's only a single planet.
Technically, yeah. I mean, yeah, you have a good point there. I don't know. It feels like if I'm sitting down, and who cares about what I think? I'm sure Sean Murray is just like, no, we got our own idea. But it feels like if you were to take that and just say, oh yeah, guys, by the way, our next game is going to be based on one single planet. Everyone who's played it says, wait a minute. No Man's Sky was a billion kajillion planets, and now you're doing one? This feels like a downgrade, even though it's not, in theory. But people would feel that way. They would look at it and go, wait a minute, okay, really? You're scaling back? All right, I guess. You make it a smaller game.
The thing is, to me, I just think they can't really improve the scope more. Like, as in, it would be literally pointless to say, well, this time it's 36 quintillion planets. So the place to improve on is the amount of things being generated, the scope of the generation itself. So, like, instead of 12 different kinds of trees for this biome, it's like instead of it being one tree model, there are, I don't know, 100 different parts to that tree model that can then be combined in about like 1,000 different ways, and would be more than that, but you know.
Yeah. Oh, and I agree with you, and I think that would be, and to go back to the previous thing, it technically that would be like a No Man's Sky 2, because that's what I would go with. I'd say, okay, take No Man's Sky, but I mean, we have a base model of every toxic planet. Once you've been to one, you've generally seen them all. The terrain's going to be different. The animals might have a small bit of variety, but you've seen one toxic planet. You've seen them basically all. One frost, one whatever. There's not a lot of variety on them. But in a sequel or in a new game, you can call it No Man's Sky 2, whatever you want to call it. Now we have a gigantic variable to where no two planets are the same, and it's really meaningful. You visit two toxic planets, and they are completely different. Different vegetation, different everything. Like, you couldn't tell they were both the same type.
Yeah, that's basically more of what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, just going more in detail, working on the smaller things instead of like the overall scope.
Yeah. And to me, that would be...
overall scope is the right way to describe it, but you know.
The overall size, if you want to use that as a term. But yeah. But I mean, I feel like that would be in addition to, like, okay, we need to... I mean, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they're going to make Joe Danger 3. I don't know. That would be amazing.
I've never played the Joe Danger games.
You should. I mean, they're very, very good, but they're nothing like No Man's Sky. And so that's the other argument, is they went from Joe Danger, which is like a motorcycle Evel Knievel semi-racing game, to No Man's Sky. Their next game, who knows what it's going to be.
Yeah, that kind of thinking, though, excites me. Because, it's just... Hopefully, they'll be thinking... Knowing them, they've thought of something we haven't.
I hope
to make this game.
I hope so, but my sneaking suspicion is it's going to be No Man's Sky 2 in everything but name. Like, we're going to get into it, we're going to play it and go, okay, there is a lot of roots that go back to No Man's Sky. Like, it's not... Oh, dang it. We're going to attack. It's not No Man's Sky. They're not going to call it No Man's Sky. They're not going to... It's not going to be a direct, like, sequel. But it's going to be so similar. You're going to be, okay, this is essentially No Man's Sky with a different skin or something like that.
I hope not. But, yeah.
I don't know, yeah. I don't know. Oh, God, okay. Well, I got some trolls attacking my my little shack house.
Yeah, I can see. You can parry them with your level 3 buckler, bronze, but I wouldn't do it with 2 at a time.
Oh, I always do it with 2 at a time.
And that's why you die.
Yeah. That's okay. My spawn's right here. It's fine. Oh. Now, is there a time limit? Like, if I just out-time them, will they eventually go away, or they're here forever now until I get rid of them?
If you're far enough away, once the timer goes out, they may wander off and despawn.
Okay. I've only killed 1 troll, and now they're attacking me. Oh my god! The shakes start to fade.
So, so if they start to fade. If they're not engaged with you, they'll walk off.
Yeah, but
you've
now I
nearly
need their
killed them,
skin.
so you
I was
might
gonna
as
say
well
I
finish
basically
them.
got them all, so I'm good.
Damn you, Mistlands. Give me a swamp. I want to be moist from head to foot. I want to be hella moist.
Do you think there's going to be a time where they stop putting out updates for No Man's Sky?
Yeah. I've always had in my head that it'll be a 10-year thing.
A 10-year thing?
Back when it was only 2 years in, I was told that I was insane. They'll never go for more than like 4 years. But we are 6 years into it now. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, 8 to 10 really is what I think they'll stop after. There has to be an end at some point.
I don't think there does.
I think, to be honest, 4.0 it's possible that will be a beginning of the end, just because of the reception they got with some of the stuff this year was so negative.
Yeah.
And I don't mean in the sense of criticism. People went too far on some things.
Yes.
And I think that may have destroyed a bit of the innocence they still held. The fun involved. I hope not. It'd be sad if that was a thing, but I think it definitely could have reached that point.
See, for me, I think it's the other way around. I think what it feels like, and I mean, again, this might be a projection of me thinking of what I would do, but it feels like when you put out a version that is not better or more improved and is way more limited in the Switch version, that is when you reach the end of life. Like, okay, we're planning on retiring. It's not going to end right now, but within the next year or two, we're finishing this game. So now we have a good opportunity to throw it on a console that is not going to be able to handle some of the updates that we're going to have, or can't handle some of it.
However, they already did that with PlayStation 4. And people said this with PlayStation 4, that, well, that's the end of the game then, because I'm not going to be able to update it. But they always said from the start that certain things they were doing, they've done everything in a way that they could still release it on all of these platforms, but some of the more graphically intensive things would only be available on, like, PCs and now PS5 and stuff. So
wait a minute. They launched on PS4, correct?
Yeah.
Well, they started with that. What I mean is, you don't choose to go to a lower platform that is going to be less capable unless you're planning on the end. Like, if they started on PlayStation 5 and then they ported back to PlayStation 4, then I would think, oh, okay, but they started on PlayStation 4, and even though they did the jump to next generation, they said, oh yeah, we're still going to support the old one. Okay, it was there, it's the home, whatever. But then they wanted to go all the way down to a Switch. It's like, oh, I don't know about that.
But as they're already supporting one that can't take everything, I don't see it as being end of life at all. Just because they're already doing that to a degree. They have to do it a little more for Switch. But Switch is also a current console. It's just underpowered compared to the others. Because it's Nintendo and they care more about...
It's a current console because Nintendo says so, not because it's actually capable of being a current console.
Oh, it's Nintendo's current console.
Yeah, well, and I get that. I get that, but I mean,
the active one.
It'd be like saying, well, we need to port this over to mobile because that's current, right? Apple iPhone. Like, no, maybe not.
And I'm certain that if mobile could handle it, they would. Because they've done it to Steam Deck and everything as well.
Yeah, and they have a plan for a mobile port, but I don't think it's supporting. Like, they're going to Apple, but it's not going to be supported by older hardware. You're going to need more. I think it's only iPads made in 2020 or newer or something like that.
Well, yeah, but like it's the same with a PC. A PC if you go back too far, then you can't run it.
No, because now you don't even need a GPU anymore. You can do integrated Intel graphics card if you wanted, iGPU. They literally updated their Steam page with that. You don't even need a dedicated card. That's crazy to me.
I mean, yeah, but like the systems have had integrated graphics for like 10 plus 15 years now.
Well, and that's what I mean. They went backward. They went farther back than before. There was a standard of you need a dedicated GPU, even if it's an old, like a 10 series, you need one. And then they said, oh yeah, by the way, no, we just threw it out. Now you don't even need one of those. You can go all the way back to 15 years ago if you wanted. It's not going to run great, but it will run.
Yeah, but isn't that just because integrated graphics are now better than the dedicated cards back then.
Could be, but they haven't put a limit on which dedicated graphics you need. So theoretically, you can grab a 10 or a 9.
Like, as in, there's probably too many options, and it would block any new ones coming out and stuff. So they just have a yes or no to integrated graphics.
Yeah, that could be. But I think going back to the original thing, when you start porting it over to a console that cannot, like the PlayStation 4 it doesn't perform. The performance isn't there. Graphically, it's not there, but it has every feature. You have multiplayer, you have settlements, you have all of that. Whereas the Nintendo Switch is so limited that they couldn't do that. And doesn't say they're not going to in the future. They might find a way, but the more I've played it, the more it looks like, no, they didn't put it in there, not because they didn't want to, it's because they can't. There's a limitation, a hard limitation that console cannot handle it. And when you start going down that road, in my mind, and I might be wrong, in my mind, that is when you're thinking you're at the end of life. We're not going to add so much more, because the more that they add and they can't go to the Switch, the less value that version has. And so why would you do that?
Yeah, I mean, right, I totally understand what you're saying, and I get what you mean, but I just don't understand I just don't agree that that's what that means, is all.
Oh yeah, and I could be totally wrong, but that's what it just, in my mind, that's what it feels like when you make that decision. It's end of life. And it doesn't mean end of life like as of today it's end. It's, hey, look, we have a roadmap of a couple more years, and so we can throw it on the Switch now, and we'll patch it, and we'll try to fit as much as we can, but as time goes on, Switch players are going to get a little bit more and more upset when they see an update come out and they say, all this is out, except for on Switch. It's like, well, why do I even have this copy then? Why am I not playing it on another console or whatever? And I mean, that anger grows. Yeah. Yeah.
It would be interesting whether they have thought of this and so actually put out a bunch of the updates with settlements and stuff pre-Switch, so that they're not putting that stuff after. So it comes out and it's like, yeah, these things aren't available, but like all this stuff we do from now on, or most of it will be. So they got the stuff that they wouldn't be able to implement onto Switch previously. I
would love that if they tried to rush it out. But it feels like, because I mean, they didn't announce anything other than settlements and multiplayer. And then when you get in there and the Nexus Cube doesn't work, when the capes don't work, and they didn't officially say anything.
Nexus is multiplayer, so they're probably just...
You can run that solo, though. That's the thing, though. It's possible.
You can run it solo,
willing. Yeah. And the other thing is, that's a good way to get your Quicksilver. It's not a... You can get Quicksilver in other ways, but the main source of Quicksilver is your Nexus Cube doing your weekend missions. Solo. Yeah. How do you get any Quicksilver other than doing the expeditions at this point? You have to start a brand new save to get your Quicksilver.
Well, weekend missions require an internet connection, but obviously that won't be obvious to a new player, but that is a thing that's always been the case. When you don't have an internet connection, or like you're not connected to the servers, it doesn't... you can't get the weekend mission. That's always been the case. So,
well, that's true, but you still have online, because they have Discovery servers on the Switch. You can't modify it to where because I assume it's not an integrated multiplayer needed thing. It's more of a Discovery server side issue for the community event, right?
Wait, what?
Okay, with the you need an internet connection for the weekend event, right?
Yeah.
You need the same internet connection for Discovery services. When you upload your discoveries, when you make a base on the Switch, you can still do all of that. So there is some level different. There. It's different. It's not the exact same, but there was no official acknowledgement.
The sense that the Discovery servers for like updating names and stuff has always been a thing, or at least I think always since Atlas Rises at the very least. So like it's like that's a different level of, they don't class that as multiplayer. Whereas the weekend mission was literally made for people to play together.
I understand that to a certain point, but then why there it's so half-baked into, or it's so baked into the Quicksilver and buying items from the store, that why would you not halfway at least try to implement some of that and say, okay, you know, you can't do multiplayer, but you have events. At least maybe don't even give us weekend events on the Nexus Cube. Just give us our dailies on the Nexus Cube. That's not linked to multiplayer.
Is weird.
Something.
It is weird that that's not on there.
Yeah, there's no point. There's no official missions to get Quicksilver. You can go get Dire Ice out in space, Stellar Ice. You can do the expedition, but you have to start a brand new save, and they give you Quicksilver, but there's no like normal quote unquote way to get Quicksilver like any other console does.
Yeah, that is weird. But also the Nexus itself was always a multiplayer thing. It came with, which update was it? Was it?
It was Beyond
or
yeah,
Next?
Beyond. Yeah. Oh yeah, and I agree. But I mean, if you're gonna do that, I mean, and maybe this is asking too much. Go back to the original Space Anomaly where we just had the landing platform and we had that one room with Polo and Nada with the little multi-tool kiosk. If that's what you're going to do and have Polo give you missions that way or something, some kind of a solution other than, you just don't have it. You can land on the Space Anomaly and you can look at the cube and you have all these landing pads, but there's no multiplayer and the cube doesn't work. It's like, well, okay, I mean, come on.
Yeah. This stuff's probably on a to-do list somewhere, along with fix the flamethrower so it doesn't give people seizures.
Yes. Well, it officially put the flamethrower in, finally, the incinerator, so we can get it. I want upgrades on that thing.
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, it is in the game, and it's working, and it's not flashing, because it's on all the freaking mechs, but
yeah,
we just can't get it ourselves, which is a bit annoying.
Yeah, well, I mean, you can, if you, at a certain point, now you can't anymore, but you could at a certain point. And there was a golden, I think one day after the 4.0 update, when we were able to repackage our equipment, I gave out, I think, 2 flamethrowers because I was able to duplicate it and you can remove it and package it up. And then they linked it. They locked it to your character, so now you can't give it away.
Yeah.
That night, I had one night where I was testing it because I was going to make a video like, oh, I'm going to give everyone a flamethrower now. Nope. Yeah. They fixed that real quick. Where is this? Anyway, I know, it's all speculation. Who knows? Sean Murray knows. The people at Hello Games know. But it's all speculation. It just feels like this was, at least in my mind, it was a way to say, look, you know, we're getting close to the end. We want to make sure it's out there for everybody. We're not planning on anything more extravagant coming to the game, so we can try to cram it on the Switch as a last, you know, end of life kind of scenario of it's coming to the Switch, it's coming to Apple. We're going to get all this sorted, and it's going to be bumpy because it's not going to really work on the Switch. We're going to have to make some adjustments here and there. But, you know, end of, you know, last 2 years of its life, we're going to get it all squared away. So when we finally end it, we can say it works on Switch, it works on whatever. Because just in my mind, I was like, why would you put out a version, especially if you had a longer term plan, like a 10-year plan, why would you rush out the Switch version right now when you know it's not up to par with the other versions anyway? Why not wait? Why not put it out next year?
Sorry, I'm currently narrow escaping death.
You're okay, man. I'm just throwing it out there, especially for the chat as well.
I saw swamp trees and I was like, oh, finally some more swamp. And just as I got closer, all I could see was Mistlands fog coming through the trees. It's like, how thin is that swamp? And it's just Mistlands behind. Son of a hooer. Shit, dang it. Yeah, I think I might be done for swamps. I might have none left. Frickin' hell.
Damn it.
What a jism. Thought Switch Pro would have been out by now.
What's that?
Oh, I was read in the chat. It's a Old Explorer. Oh no, not Old Explorer. Who said that?
Well, I mean,
Oh yeah, it was Mark said it.
Mark.
Need to do some to get it towards north or south.
Now there was rumor. I guess Digital Foundry came out and confirmed that they were told there was going to be a Switch Pro or a Switch 2 coming. And then for whatever reason, Nintendo backed off of that and just put out the OLED Switch instead. And there was no official acknowledgement of, no, yeah, this is, no. And so a lot of developers, they were ready for it, and Nintendo was basically heavily hinting that, hey, you need to get ready for a new version of a Switch. And then it just never appeared, and no one ever heard of it again, and they just don't know what happened with that. And so maybe that was the thing, and maybe they were like, look, you know, we have this new console coming out, it's going to have more power, so we can get your game on here, no problem. And then they were like, oh yeah, by the way, never mind, we're not doing that. It's like, what the hell?
Brick. Oh, that looks like a little itty bitty bit of land. Itty bitty bit of land. Oh, that's on my island. Never mind.
Never mind. Oh.
Switch Pro cancelled.
Dang, that? Is it shorter? Yes, it is. Could have been Hello Games was forced to release No Man's Sky Switch early by Nintendo. Maybe. I don't feel like I feel like I will give Nintendo a lot of guff, but I feel like everything that Hello Games has done with the Switch version has been their choice, their direction. Maybe they've been influenced a little bit, like suggested, but I don't think Nintendo said, hey, look, you have to release your version this year. I think that Hello Games, they have a plan in place, and they're like, look, we're getting towards the end. We want to get this version out there because we don't want to put it out and say, hey, look, No Man's Sky's over. Here's a Switch version, and it's all broken. We want to put it out a year or two before we plan on ending it so we can patch it up and get it to a point where it's a solid game and people are excited to play it. And it's going to take time of patching it and getting it up to that point.
Bloom, 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 bloom.
Oh. Yeah, I don't think... Like, there was speculation. I don't know if you heard this, Zane, but that No Man's Sky, they put the price point on Switch at $60 because Nintendo forced them to do that. Like, they were required to do a $60 game.
I mean, Switch will have some requirements in their game, so I believe yes, but also mutual, because they put it on sale, but No Man's Sky is a full game that is constantly updated. The updates don't cost money, so I think full price is adequate. However, obviously Switch is a limited version, so that's a bit trickier.
Yeah, well, and that was going to be my next argument was, it's a different version that doesn't have it doesn't have all the same content as the other ones. So why would you put out a version with less content for the same price as the other content? It
definitely costs them quite a lot of money and manpower to port it.
Oh, I agree 100%.
It has way more features than the game originally had when it launched on PS4. So I don't know. I personally think it's acceptable, but
yeah. And what I would say is I don't think that Nintendo forced them, gun to their head. You have to do it at 60. Yeah. I think that Nintendo probably suggested, hey, it's a new game. We want to get people excited. And Hello Games said, yeah, you know what? That makes sense. Everything else is 60. We might as well just launch it at 60.
Yeah. I think Switch wanted it, and HG didn't fight it.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah. But my argument to HG would be, hey, we didn't know how limited it was going to be. And so content creating wise, it's different. But as a Switch player, I would feel a little bit miffed. Like, hey, why don't I have... If I paid $60, that's fine. You know, I would have paid $40 for a version with no multiplayer, but $60 and I have all this stuff kind of not in here anymore?
Can you sleep, by the way, sir?
Oh, yeah.
But also, I don't think it was marketed to existing No Man's Sky players, though. I think the whole point was
Oh yeah, for new.
the new market.
I
So
think that makes
those
it
new
doubly
people-
bad though. If I'm a new
why?
player, why would I get the inferior version?
Well, because you're a new player, so you don't know that it's particularly inferior.
I find that out immediately after I spend $60, and then everyone says, "Hey, you need to go do a settlement," and you're like, "I don't have that."
And chances are, if you already had the platform to be able to buy the more full version, which it was said they did say it was limited. Obviously, they didn't say the full scope, but
Yeah.
no dev does. When they do a patch, most devs write made some balancing changes, and really, HG would have put a 100-note list to which balancing changes are made.
Oh, yeah, and I think that's the other thing that makes me think that this was more of a rushed job because, or maybe if I'm thinking more negatively, more of a embarrassing job because every update has been so detailed on, hey, we're adding this, this is going to change, we're adjusting this. You go through and there's pages upon pages. And then you get to the Switch update or the Switch version and they're like, oh yeah, by the way, we don't have settlements when we multiplayer, maybe, possibly. And it's like, what else? What else?
It also wasn't like a change, though. There weren't changes because it didn't exist before, not as a Switch game. So it was like they did it as a completely new release.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But it is a change compared to anything else. I mean, if you look it up online, they have their latest Frontiers was a huge thing. Yeah.
But again, most people won't have played that who get it on Switch. So it would be meaningless to the majority of people who'd have read it.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't know. I feel like that would have been something that it's more of you don't mention it because it's a negative and you don't want to highlight the negative, and I get that. But even new players, the argument that they've never played it before so they wouldn't know what they're missing, maybe. But the other argument is you land on the Nexus and you see a huge cube and you're like, what is that? I've never seen it before. And you look it up and it's like, well, I can't do anything with it. That just opens the gate of what else. Yeah, what else did I miss on this?
I expect they simply thought the explanation they gave was adequate, and it wasn't.
And that could be it too. That could be it too. I mean, I feel like it was more, and it's not even from a nefarious point of view. You don't want to give people ammunition to come after you. And so you don't want to highlight everything that's missing, especially, like you said, if people who've never played it are not going to notice it. The problem is they didn't implement it in a way that you would notice. Like, if you have a huge space anomaly with all these multiplayer, all these landing pads, it's like you're making it really hard to not notice it. Come on. Oh, but it's just, who knows? Maybe No Man's Sky goes on for the next 15 years. We'll have No Man's Sky in 2030. That's the other thing I think, because Minecraft has been around for what, 15 years at this point?
That's crazy, that is.
Yeah,
I played alpha on that game.
Yeah, it's just, and so I can see that being the case. Like, look, at some point maybe they'll add in paid DLC, but I doubt it. They probably make it up by keeping it at the price point it is. More new people are buying it every single day. Obviously, more people are starting it. So there you go.
Yeah, it's worth what people pay for it, and if people are still paying for it.
Yeah, and that's the thing. People are still paying for it. So why? Yeah. So I can see them saying, No Man's Sky 2030. We have no plans to ever stop. We have a new game coming out, but that doesn't mean No Man's Sky is going to stop.
1,000 years, Morty.
Elite has been around since 1984. Not in the iteration it's in now, 4King Crazy. I mean, I get it. It's not the same game as 1984, but there's no way they weren't using that engine. They've revamped it. They've brought it back. But I get you.
Filling up my smelters with coal, smelting all my iron, you Scooby-Doo. Gotta carry that coal, coal, coal. Gotta carry that coal, coal, coal.
Yes. Oh. Do we not have shorter beams? Oh, dang it. Oh, that worked. Okay.
Let the beat drip. Do-do-do-do-do-do. I've got a lovely bunch of coconuts. Doodly doodle. There they are, all standing in a row.
Bump, bump, bump. Big ones,
Big ones, small ones. Some as big as your head.
Yeah, Starfield has been in the works for 25. Yeah, but I think working on it and officially publishing it and supporting it afterwards are two different things. Like, people, you work on a game for 5, 10, 15 years sometimes. But once you publish it, a lot of them, unless you want to do long-term support, long tail support, a lot of them, they'll move on after a couple years. Not everybody. Yeah. Not everybody.
In the works for 25 years means we conceptualized it 25 years ago. They probably started working on it like less than 10.
Mm-hmm. 100%. Well, and I think they officially said that they've had the Todd Howard said he had the idea and they've been bouncing it around for Starfield, but they didn't start actually working on it and doing any kind of art or anything about it until after Fallout 4, which was 2015. So 5-7 years ago, something like that.
Yeah, that makes more sense. Like,
yeah. So
century. Yeah.
I need a stone cutter.
He needs a stone cutter. Do 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 do.
Well, at least it's perfectly sized. All right, perfect. Okay, so we sized it up. I just won't have it until I make my stone cutter. That's fine. But yeah, I can.
I feel like Stone Cutter would be a perfect name for a Judas Priest song.
Really?
Stone Cutter.
Maybe. Oh.
Call me weird, but you know.
I talked to Captain Steve a lot about this. Eventually I'll be right, just like I keep saying that there's going to be ship customization for like the last, I think, 3 years at this point. Eventually they will do it and I will be right. I've just been wrong for 3 years. I do think that they have a new game.
Yeah, they'll definitely do it eventually. Ship customization. Just it's been in the game files for so long.
Do you think that they will? I think there's a part of me that believes it's been in the game files for that long because they looked at it and said, this kind of breaks a lot of stuff. We don't really want to mess with that, so we're going to leave it there.
Potentially, yeah. I mean, that would make a sense.
Yeah, so, I mean, it could be that. I don't know. But he's been talking about... I was so amped up for the Game Awards, you guys. Secretly, I was hoping for an announcement from Hello Games on the Game Awards about their next game. Because I've been thinking that they were going to announce it or something like that. But nope. Nothing yet. And especially after, I mean, Sean Murray, he's such a big tease. He said in a recent, I think it was in the 4.0 update, he was giving out interviews and he just said, you know, our next game is farther along than when we started showing No Man's Sky. And so they're farther along than that. It's like, well, then just show it then. But I mean, I get it also that, you know, No Man's Sky launch didn't really work out for them. So maybe they're being a little bit more hesitant. That's fine. Let's wait until they had tech to make it. I don't know about that, ScarTech. I think, I mean, who knows? I'm not Todd Howard, so I'm not going to say that it's the actual case. But when he says he was waiting for the tech, I think on the flip side, he was waiting for the time because they were doing Fallout and Elder Scrolls, and You know, when you're busy releasing Skyrim for the 17th time, you're like, I got other things I got to do.
Yeah, waiting for the tech to do it is a very interview line.
Mm-hmm. That is a sell your game. We were waiting for the perfect engine. It's like, okay, no, you weren't. Come on now.
Like, oh my god, it's gonna be amazing then. They waited this long.
Exactly. They would have the right stuff. It's like, no. I mean, I want to do a video showcasing Oblivion versus Skyrim, and just to show people the amount of jump between those two games is insane. Because everyone's like, oh, it's gonna be another Bethesda game, and I'm like, that's a good thing. Because I mean, you guys don't remember Oblivion launched, and it was a really good game, but you go back and look at it now, you're like, holy crap, it looks like it's a whole different engine compared to Skyrim, and it's not. That's crazy.
Yeah, I have rose-tinted glasses, or, you know, like when it comes to that, like, in my head, Skyrim and Oblivion are the same, but that's just because my memory, like, smooths it out.
Yeah, and even if you compare, like, not even talking about, like, the remastered Skyrim version that came out in 2013, the original release in 2011 is still miles ahead of where Oblivion was. It's ridiculous. And just to see what they're going to do with Starfield, and not saying that it's going to be photorealistic, the best looking game of all time. No, Bethesda's not known for that. But it's definitely going to have a step up from Skyrim, which is amazing to me.
Skadoodling.
Fallout 3 versus Fallout 4? Yes, but go back to Oblivion. Go back to Oblivion. It's crazy. I mean, yeah, I get it. You know, Fallout 3 was after Oblivion, so they had more work on it, but oof.
Fallout 3 is such a good game as well.
It's good.
That's like the second RPG I've played.
Did you ever play New Vegas?
Oh yeah, I streamed the whole thing. And all the DLC.
I love New Vegas.
Really good.
To me, I don't know about you, but to me, New Vegas was a little bit more.
Yeah, it's made by Obsidian as well. That's the whole thing, isn't it? It's like Obsidian made it right. Get them to do it again. Plus, they screwed them on the bonus because they. I mean, contractually, yes. Like, you know, it didn't reach the thing, but it didn't reach it by like almost nothing.
Yep,
and it cost them like half the freaking budget.
That's how you do it, though. That's how you save your money when you're a big company.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, like coming from the company side, it's like, why would we spend money we have literal no reason to spend? But it's also, oh, they kind of deserved it though. Yeah,
you'd think goodwill or anything like that. No. We don't want any of that.
And if anything, it seems like they dislike Obsidian because it made them look bad.
Well. And then you fast forward 10 years and you're now part of the same company. It's like, okay, great. Yeah, thank you guys. Screw you guys.
Oh, yeah, so Obsidian
was bought up by Microsoft
as well.
Yep. Yep. And so that was, as soon as they bought up Obsidian, everyone was like, well, now they need to make the next Fallout game because they can make it better than Bethesda. Take them off Fallout. And especially after the Outer Worlds, they were like, dude, that was like the hardest hit to Fallout I've ever seen. That was a way better game than Fallout 4, and it was made from a whole different company. Really? Oh.
Do you remember? Do you remember the DLC Old World Blues?
I do remember that.
How good was that, man? It was so freakily funny. It was like creepy and funny at the same time.
It was so good. That's why I get that, you know, there's more money in remaking a game over and over again, but man, the fact that we were on Grand Theft Auto 5 a decade later still, I'm like, you know, Skyrim remade how many times? I'm surprised they haven't tried to remaster Fallout at this point. Give us a Fallout 4 remaster or whatever the hell they want to call it.
Yeah, that's probably coming after they get Skyrim 6 done.
Well, I think the rumor is actually that they're planning a Fallout anniversary, quote unquote, edition for next year.
Okay, yeah. So that's what it'll be then, yeah.
Yeah. So it's just gonna be, hey, we're gonna. I think there's no official word on it, but it doesn't sound like they're doing graphics or anything like that. They're literally just going to cram in some mods that they have in the community that are really popular, faster loading, all that stuff, and that's it. No graphic overhaul like Skyrim Special Edition did.
But well, my God, that's the most cash grabber thing I've ever heard.
Oh yeah, and I don't want. They haven't announced it yet, but I'm willing to bet it's gonna be $70 too. It's gonna be a full-on release. They're gonna say it's only, and it's gonna be next gen. So okay, great. It has mods and it has faster loading. No overall. They said that they were gonna improve like lighting, like very minimal. It's not gonna be a huge overhaul of assets like Witcher was or anything like that. They're not gonna add ray tracing or anything like that. And in the world where Witcher came out for free, and they have ray tracing and all that stuff, I hope they don't charge money for it.
I wouldn't be surprised if the Witcher thing was meant as a thing to cost money, but then they were like, "We really screwed up with Cyberpunk. Let's get some. Let's give something instead of."
I have a feeling that too.
Charging for that.
I guarantee that was probably the plan until Cyberpunk, and then they're like, "Oh, maybe not."
It's like we're currently in the middle of a redemption arc. Let's not fuck it up.
It's not. Oh.
Murray said, "Don't charge for updates."
Yes.
I love the idea that they all consult Murray. It's like didn't Todd Howard and Murray actually talk after 7.6 came out? And he gave Murray gave him some advice on how to
I would hope
bring
so.
it back.
I would hope so. I haven't heard that, but I would hope so. If I'm Murray, man, you have all the goodwill. You have 90% of the goodwill. There's going to be people who just overblown from the 4.0 update, but you have 90% of it. Come out with a good game, man. Just give me No Man's Sky 2. I'll take it. I know they're not, but or No Man's Sky 3. Give me the maxed out, like, we have so much variation, it's ridiculous. It's gonna melt your brain. That's not gonna work.
Our next game will melt your face off.
It's gonna be Joe Danger open world. Joe Danger Grand Theft Auto. It's procedurally generated.
Do you like Joe Danger? No, not really. Well, you're gonna love this one.
You're gonna love it now. That has to be, I mean, and who knows what they're thinking. That has to be the big fear, is that what if their next game comes out and it's just not even No Man's Sky level, it's just a huge flop. Like, everyone's just like, well, you know what? We like No Man's Sky better than this. Whatever this is you're trying to give us, we don't like this as much.
Yeah, it's just like, so guys, what do you think? Meh.
That would be the worst. I can't even imagine. And that has to be like on his mind. You'd think.
Oh, he's like, yeah, fuck it, that'd be horrible.
We have this brand new idea. It's from scratch. Nothing like No Man's Sky. Nothing like Show Danger. Put it out in the world, and everyone's like, meh. It's okay.
I asked him what he thought, and he just started doing a Jay Leno impression. I don't know what's going on.
Iscartech, I doubt it'll be 20 years. The rumor for Elder Scrolls 6 is that it won't come till 2028 at the earliest. And I'm like, good lord, Skyrim came out in 2011. You're going to wait 17 years to put out a sequel to the game? I mean, technically not a sequel per se, but it's going to be in the same vein. Oh. Actually, I should put a window there.
You should put a window there. Do.
Oh.
That's a place where I would put a window. Boom, boom. Do. This is where you just need me, in the same room as you, behind you with a piano, just singing your line.
Just singing,
like
yes.
like on The Simpsons with that really annoying guy. You're just like, oh, he's just there. I'm just walking up to the door. Do. Does he ever stop? No.
Nope.
Why would you want him to stop?
I really hope that one of the future updates for this game gives us a free camera.
Yeah, Bill camera.
Yes. Take it for No Man's Sky.
I don't think it will. I don't think they will do it, except for I think they'll add it to creative, but not to survival.
Yeah. That makes me sad.
Baby, you gotta lock them doors and turn them lights down low.
Probably start 27. Well, that's the thing. I don't understand Bethesda with their announcements. They announced Fallout 4 like 3 months before it comes out. And it's like, okay, that's what they do. And then the next year they go, oh yeah, Elder Scrolls 6, we're going to announce that. But that's not coming out for a decade. So we're going to announce it a decade before? Are you kidding me?
That probably means it's going to be really good then. So like they announce it ahead of time if they're like really confident in it?
I don't know. They announced Starfield 2011 or 2021. No, was it 2022? Yeah, it was 11. It was this year. It was this year. It was November this year.
Okay.
Yeah, and then they kind of was like, maybe not. So that makes me a little nervous on that. Where's that? There you are. Iron nails. You know what? I can do that. I can do it. Are you sleeping or not?
I can. Just give me 2 seconds. Just
Okay.
putting the last of me iron in das Schmelteroonies. And then it'll be cooked when I wake up. Oh yeah, 320 iron. Just be like humans.
So if you could have a sequel to any game ever made, what would you want?
Ooh.
Any game.
Any game ever made. Any game ever made. I have to think about that one.
For me, it would be Metal Gear 6. Never gonna happen, but I hope.
I still haven't played the Phantom Pain. I have the Day 1 edition and everything.
It's good. I still, I will always think Metal Gear 3 is the best, but Metal Gear 5 was pretty good. Phantom Pain was good. You definitely felt that it was unfinished, though.
The last one I played was Sons of Liberty.
Really?
I did hear amazing things about Snake Eater. Because that's number 3 is Snake Eater.
I wish I could go back and not remember Metal Gear 3 Snake Eater. Oh my god. Metal Gear 2.
I have to play it one time.
You like Metal Gear 2? You like Sons of Liberty?
Yeah, I bought it the day it came out, and I started playing it at like 9 p.m. I was quite young then, but like my parents were like, yeah, you can stay up this one time and stuff till I play it.
This one time?
And 4 a.m. I completed it.
Dude, there you go.
So yeah, I definitely enjoyed it.
I love Metal Gear 2. I mean, to me, the Metal Gear 3 was like the pinnacle. I love that game. Metal Gear 4 is fine. Metal Gear 5 is good. I think Metal Gear 5 is better than 4. But, I mean, Metal Gear 3. But, I mean, the thing that makes those games is Kojima. For as much as everyone hates him, he makes really good games. What? Oh, everyone calls him like he's, what is it? He wants to make movies, not games. And I'm like, hey, the games he makes are really good.
Yeah, I mean, I hear more good than bad. I think it's more that he's controversial almost. Like, as in, people either love or hate him. They don't just have a mid ground.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like a good story and stuff.
Dude,
the people who dislike him are probably the same people who skip cutscenes.
Probably. Well, that's the
those
biggest
sick
complaint you
bastards.
hear is, oh, he's making movies instead of games, and it comes from his cutscenes. And it's like, well, no, that's what it is. Come on.
Yeah, the cutscenes are great.
Yeah,
They're great.
I would love that, but yeah, they'll never make a Kojima Metal Gear. They might make another Metal Gear. I know Konami, they'll never give up that franchise because it makes them so much money. But I don't think it'd be the same without Kojima in it, though.
Still trying to think on what game I'd want a freaking sequel on that isn't going to get one. So, like, I'd naturally think of, like, Elden Ring or something.
You want a sequel to Elden Ring?
Well, like, I'd buy it. But also, like, Elden Ring and Final Fantasy 15 are two of my all-time favorite games. Like, top 3, both of them are in it.
Really?
However, both of those I feel are... I haven't completed Elden Ring yet, but I feel like they're encapsulated games. That it's almost like they don't need a sequel. Like, they're perfect as they are. So I wouldn't put those in.
Yeah.
If I got one to choose, like.
Yeah, I would say, yeah, especially for me, for Elden Ring, I wouldn't want a sequel. I want DLC. I want them to just support it for the next couple of years. Put out like 2 or 3 big, meaty story DLC. Like, give us different areas we can go to, a different land we can teleport to, or whatever you happen to do. Just give me that. Have iron?
Yeah. Bushknits.
Wait a minute, what do you need for iron nails?
Iron.
I have iron. Oh, that's tin! Son of a... Damn it! I thought I had iron. I have tin. You bastard.
Oh.
I grabbed him like I have iron. Nope. I wonder why it wasn't working. Yeah, some over here. See, prequel to Red Dead Redemption. That would be good. Half-Life 3 recently played through 2. Just sad what Valve is now. I think that it's sad for gamers where Valve is now, but I'm sure at Valve everyone is so happy about that. You don't have to crunch and do games. I mean, they can do whatever they want, and they can every decade throw out a Half-Life Alyx VR game or whatever they want. They don't have to crush out a game every couple of years to keep it going. And it sucks because you want it, but also it's like, as a developer, I'm sure they appreciate that. Okay, this bed is a piece of crap. Dragon bed.
Are you trying to make a wolf bed? Dragon bed, yeah.
It costs 15 nails, but you only make 10 at a time. So I'm gonna have 5 nails left over, just because I want to make a dragon bed.
Going up the mountains.
Huh? What'd you say?
I said that's what you get for going up the mountains.
Hey, I'm gonna show you guys. I went up there thinking I was gonna be sneaky, but Gek already beat me to it. I was like, what?
I chewed him out as well.
I couldn't believe that. When I got up there, he already has a fort or a tower built with a portal, and I was like, dang, all right, buddy.
Well, he wouldn't have built the tower. It would have been one that would have.
It was pre-built, but he modified it. He shored it up and put a portal in there and a door. That way he can just go right over there whenever he wants. So I was like, dang. Yeah, I thought I was gonna be all sneaky and do it early. But yeah, I saw he has a chest with I think 9 pieces of silver in there, and I'm like, what the? How do you find silver? I couldn't find any. Oh yeah.
Are you sure?
I saw. I can go up there right now. Let me get some food going here. I will go up there and show you. He has a.
Let's not further taint the mountains, please.
Well, I've already been there technically. I marked a frost.
I've never seen a frost cave. on purposefully.
Oh, okay. Well,
So,
then I won't go
I
up there. No,
yeah.
I'm not going to go up there then. I won't go up there. But I went in. I literally marked the frost cave. I walked in 2 steps. I saw an enemy and I said, nope. And I turned around and left. And then I was going up higher in the mountain and I saw a big tower. And I was like, oh, okay, I'll go over there and I'll put my portal there. And I walked in and there's a chest. There's a door. I was like, oh, okay. And there's a portal. And I'm like, oh, there's Gek. And I looked in his chest and there was silver ore in there. I was like, what the hell? How do you get ore without the wishbone? I don't know. Maybe he saw it poking out. I don't know. What else do we need for the bed? We need deer hide. Oh, yeah, we need our wood, too. But yeah, so, I mean, maybe it was popping out of the ground. But as far as I knew it, last time I played was years ago.
You can find it with a stag breaker.
Can you?
Yeah,
how do you find
it?
Stag
breaker or the hammer. So when you hit the ground, that has an AoE effect. So if there's silver under there, you'll see a sign saying too hard because it can't damage it. So that tells you that the silver underground.
I did not know that. Dang it, I could have done that. I was just walking around. I thought maybe in my mind, I know that the ore veins would go through the ground and maybe one was peeking out of the ground. And so he saw one and he knew where to dig because he saw the edge of it or whatever.
That is possible too, but that is literally the entire point of this Monday's coming stream. That's why me and Beeves have been like, no, don't go up there. We're doing it as a team on Monday.
I didn't do it. I didn't go up there. I don't know what you're talking about, Zane. I've never been up there in my life. To be fair, I didn't do anything. I didn't get into anything because he beat me already. If I'm being completely honest, I would have built my portal up there and done all that. But I was beat to it.
Sneaky damn yank.
Where did I put my fine wood at? I had a big stack of it. I don't even know where I put it. This is the problem when you have multiple bases. I just need to consolidate down to one. GoldenEye Remastered? Yes, that is coming out. It was supposed to come out this year. We're running out of days left in the year, so I don't know if that's actually true.
GoldenEye?
Yeah.
Bloody hell.
Yeah, they're doing
back memories.
Oh, dude, I can't wait. They're doing the. I don't know if you saw. Did you see leaks of the remake from 2008 that they made?
No.
Oh, Xbox has the rights because they bought up Rare. So Rare is part of Microsoft, and Rare made GoldenEye. So they had particular rights. The problem was they ran into licensing with music, faces, all that kind of stuff. So they couldn't really do the full game, but they already had it planned out. They literally had a remaster completely made for the ground up for the 360. And they just ran into, they thought they were going to be able to license it out. They ended up falling through. And so they had a complete game that they couldn't ship. They couldn't do anything with. And so I guess it's just been sitting on the back burner forever. And somehow they magically got the rights or licensing, or they worked out a deal. And so now they're going to release it. The Xbox is getting the remastered version. Nintendo Switch is going to get the old school backwards compatible version for the 64.
Okay.
And the big thing, and I feel like it's BS, but Microsoft has said that they're just going to remaster, or they're going to release the 360 remaster. So it's not going to look amazing. It'll look way better than the 64 version, but it's not going to look mind-blowing like today's standards. But because they're only releasing the version they had, they did not have any netcode integrated into it. So you can't do online multiplayer or local multiplayer. However, Nintendo has online multiplayer for the Switch version, which is like, what? Wait a minute. So I don't know what is going on with that. Where the crap?
I have a N64 and Perfect Dark somewhere.
Yes. See, I have it on backwards compatibility. I don't have my 64 anymore. I wish I did. Did I put the fine wood back at the main hub? Probably. Damn it! Activision Microsoft on the right. Spyro. Oh, dude. Well, depending on if Activision actually gets bought out by Microsoft, who knows? Do you think that deal would go through, Zane?
Between who and who for what?
Activision and Microsoft. Microsoft buying up Activision, Blizzard. I think it's also King, the mobile company.
Why wouldn't it?
Oh, have you not seen the news about that?
I guess not.
Okay, so they initially announced the deal, I think in March of 2022, this year. Microsoft came out and said, we are in the works to buy Activision, Blizzard, King. But it has to go through trade commissions to make sure they're not a monopoly. You can't have one company.
Something about this, yeah.
Yeah, buying up everything. And so now the American FTC, the Federal Trade Commission, is saying, no, we can't let this happen because now you're going to own too much. You'll be a monopoly unto yourself. And so now they're going to court and trying to figure out if it's really a monopoly or whatever. So it's up in the air whether that actually goes through or not.
Okay.
So
Microsoft being all, but we want to be end stage capitalism.
Yes,
Come
exactly.
on.
Well, the big stink that I'm kind of torn on whether it is or not, but the thing that draws me towards wanting it to happen is the fact that Sony CEO Ryan, John Ryan, the CEO currently of PlayStation, the Sony PlayStation. He basically made it his life goal over the last 6 months to wreck the deal. He went to every game publisher. He went to all these governmental agencies saying, look, this is terrible. We're not going to have Call of Duty anymore. You need to deny this. And it just looked real shady. Like, what are you doing? I mean, I get it. But the only game he's brought up, as far as I'm aware, is Call of Duty won't be on PlayStation, which is not true. But at least as far as Microsoft is saying, who knows if it really happens. But that's the only thing he's worried about. He doesn't care about Diablo or any other Blizzard or King properties. He's only worried about Call of Duty. And everyone's like, really, dude? You're really going to go fly around the world and complain about this for that? So it makes it feel kind of shady. Like Sony basically is like, hey, look, Call of Duty is a cash cow. We want to keep it on our system, so you can't have it. That's the only thing. Did I not grab any wood?
Yeah, that sounds like Sony.
So that, at least to me, is like, okay. I mean, I'm not a big fan of everyone, Microsoft owning everything, but really? Really? Because they're throwing out, at least to me, and maybe it's different depending on your own personal beliefs, but when Sony comes out and says that Microsoft cannot buy Activision because they would have exclusivity for Call of Duty, and the next day Call of Duty releases with exclusive maps and features only for PlayStation, it's like, really? Really, you're complaining about that when you have it?
It's only because they don't have it. They'd be happy if it was on their side. Yeah, it's purely a business decision. They're just doing what they can because it will make them more money.
Oh, and absolutely, but if it was me, if I was CEO of Sony, I would not be burning the bridge, because at the end of the day, if it doesn't go through and Activision is not bought by Microsoft, do you think Activision going forward is going to be like, oh yeah, totally, we're going to cut more deals with you, Sony, because you screwed everything up and you made us look bad? No. You're burning that bridge as you're going. I mean, just what the hell are you doing?
Yeah, it seems like a bad idea for them.
It feels like it. I mean, and Activision's come out and said, hey, we're with Microsoft. We want them to buy us, because we're, financially, we need this to happen, and we're going to do everything we can to make sure this deal goes through. Meanwhile, Sony's out there saying, no, don't do it. It's illegal. Don't do it. And it's like, all right. I mean, if you want to do that, that's fine. But I think Activision's going to say, well, yeah, let's sign another contract for exclusivity now that you've screwed up our deal. I don't think that's going to work.
Yeah, they seem like being a bit silly.
Yeah.
Silly doodles. So silly, it's worth a lisp.
If Jason was Sony CEO, the PS5 would be a long ways away. I would have a PS5 if I was a Sony CEO. And I would be happy about it.
Have one.
I would have one.
You frickin' fricks.
Oh, that's the one thing. I mean, and to be fair, it's easier to get them now, but I have never seen it. Other than the Wii. The Wii was terrible for a couple of years as well. But, good lord, how ridiculous is it that it's hard to find a console 2 years into the lifespan of it?
Yeah, it is just freaking ridiculous, yeah.
I mean, not to mention the price, but I mean, just the fact that you cannot get it. Wow. Oh, but yeah, my gut tells me that it's going to go through. It's Microsoft will end up buying Activision. And if I'm Phil Spencer, the CEO of Xbox, I would be very vindictive about it, because they've gone out of their way as of now to say, look, we're not going to go exclusive with Call of Duty. We want to make sure it's everywhere. They even signed a deal with Nintendo, even though Nintendo's never had Call of Duty on their Switch at all. I think maybe it was on the Wii, but even then, maybe. So, but Microsoft made sure to go through and say, hey, if we buy Activision, we will make sure it is on the Nintendo Switch. Call of Duty will be there. Just to kind of undercut their argument, because they're like, Sony's going around, at least Ryan's going around and saying that it's going to be exclusive, no one will have Call of Duty. And so to ease the fears, they said, look, we're not exclusive. We're going to go and sign deals, 10-year deals with everybody. If you want Call of Duty, come on, we'll sign a 10-year deal with you. You can have it. So and as far as I know, Sony has not signed that deal. So if I'm Microsoft, the deal goes through and Sony comes back and says, oh yeah, about that deal, can we still have that? I'd be like, no. All this crap? I'm going to be vindictive now. You put us through like 6 months of legal stuff. You don't get Call of Duty anymore.
We're good. We're good.
Yeah. No, we're okay. We don't want that.
How about you make your own version?
Make your own Call of Duty. And they do have Bungie. They could do that. And I would argue Bungie could make a better Call of Duty than Activision at this point. I would love to see
to be honest, I think if Bungie started making it, Activision would actually have some competition and so put their ass in gear.
Yeah, I wish. But Bungie's being Bungie. They want Destiny. And Destiny's a good game. I just don't agree with some of the stuff they've done with it. But man, they make the best shooters I've ever played. I love Halo's still one of the best shooters I've ever played in my life. Halo 2. Amazing.
Hells yeah, man.
And so if they were to make a Call of Duty clone, you can call it like if they got the rights to Medal of Honor, I would play the hell out of that Bungie Medal of Honor.
The combat in Halo 2 flowed so well.
It was the best. I mean, there was a peak there of first-person shooters where it was just Modern Warfare 2 was up there as well. The original Modern Warfare 2, not the new one. The new one's good, but can't beat the original. Halo 2, there was a really good in the mid to late, like 2008-ish, 2005-ish to 2010. It was amazing. And it's just, I don't know what happened. Maybe I got old. I can't play him anymore. Yeah, we're going to go build. Charlie? Oh, nope, not Charlie. Holy crap, we've already been streaming for 3.5 hours, guys.
Lies. It's only been 10 minutes.
Yeah, I know. Moose says Microsoft to stop deals with Sony would be a bad business decision. Millions of dollars of revenue that would be lost. 100%. But at the same time, there is a spitefulness that I've seen. They did it with Starfield. Starfield is exclusive. It originally, I believe the original plan was it's a Bethesda game. It's going to be out on everything. Microsoft buys Bethesda. And then they say, nope, Starfield's only for Xbox and PC. They cut out PlayStation. So, and maybe
all they need to do is is do like a year exclusive, but because they pump out Call of Duty games like no tomorrow, that by the time
wouldn't matter.
no longer exclusive, the next one's out.
Well, and to be fair, they've done that for PlayStation. They have exclusive maps that are coming and DLC that's coming for PlayStation. They're exclusive for 1 year. And it's like, well, no duh, because the next Call of Duty will be out the following year. So no kidding. You only need 1 year of exclusivity.
I'm in bed if you wish.
Oh, I can do. Oh yeah, I can sleep in my dragon bed now. Oh yes.
If you had a fire.
Oh fuck. Oh well. I'm too lazy to build one. I don't have any stone. It's only a 10-year contract. After it will be a Microsoft exclusive for COD. Maybe. I don't know. I think that the money aspect would bring everyone together. You know what Moose said. I mean, the thing I guarantee you, the thing that Sony does not want to do is to have Call of Duty on their platform, and they know that every copy you buy, a portion of that goes to Microsoft because they own it. So can you imagine? Oh yeah, we sold 20 million copies of Call of Duty on PlayStation, and that just made Microsoft a ton of money. Oh, and that's probably what they're fighting. It's not the exclusivity or anything like that. They don't want to have to pay them because they know they have to have Call of Duty. At least at this point, because they don't have a shooter. They can bring back Killzone. I wish they would. And they can bring back Haze. I'd play the hell out of Haze, but they won't do that. They have Call of Duty. Why would they do that?
I need to get some fine wood.
The
Serpent Scale Shield needs bloody fine wood to grade. Dang it.
Original
Did you know
metal.
the Serpent Scale Shield is far better than the Iron Tower Shield?
Really? What about black metal? I have 4 pieces of black. Can I
no, it's not. No, you need a blast furnace. We're quite a ways from you being able to use that.
Really? I can't put that in a regular smelter?
No. No, you need a blast furnace, which you need to kill Moda to get.
Well, damn. Well, I have a stack of 4 dark metal. Black metal when that happens. It's so ridiculous. Oh. Well, you know what? Yeah, let's go north because there's a swamp up here. I can get some more iron. Thrash metal. Yes.
Because I just picked up some Metallica.
Yes.
I can smelt it in the 4 Horsemen smelter.
Yes. Oh, God.
Oh, Megadeth. No, put it back, put it back.
Oh. Megadeth is the 10 of Valheim. Oh.
I already upgraded from my Slayer armor.
Yes. Oh.
I've seen Megadeth, I've seen Slayer, I've seen Metallica. I only enjoyed Metallica.
You only enjoyed Metallica? Oh.
Yeah, Slayer is like I could only see myself enjoying Slayer if I was in a pit.
Okay.
It's definite circle pit music. And I think it made it worse with the fact that my friends convinced me to see Slayer instead of Tool, and I fucking love Tool.
I was gonna say you made that choice. You didn't say no.
Well, it was the argument was this is the last time Slayer will play in Europe.
Okay.
And Tool might go again. It's like, yeah, but they didn't tour for 10 years. Yeah, but
there's only so much time left.
Yeah, it's like I so regret not seeing Tool. I've never seen them either.
You've never seen them at all? Okay. See, that's
that's
the double reason why you should have gone. I've never been.
I've never seen Slayer either.
Oh well. And you have now. Are you happy with that decision?
Well, no. Like I said, I regret it.
Oh.
I love Tool, damn it.
Oh. How many Christmas roasts did you have over Christmas, Jason? A roast. We cooked ham at my house. I know some people do turkey.
Roast it? You do boil it.
What?
Well, did you not roast the ham?
I mean, baked it. I don't know if that counts.
Well, isn't that's basically roasting, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
did
I mean,
you put it in an oven? and cook it?
Roast is a type of meat as well. At least over here. I don't know if you have the same. You have a roast.
Type of meat?
Yeah, it's a type of meat. A roast.
Roast is a cooking method.
It's also a type of meat.
What?
Yes.
It's not. What
Yes,
the-
you can go
what?
eat a roast. You can have a roast.
Yeah,
you can eat a roast.
some meat that's been roasted. Generally, it's a certain type of cut because
Oh.
certain type of cuts roast better. But wait, like I don't know if this is a you thing or an American thing.
No, I'm looking it up. Oh, damn it. Not the comedy. I don't want to. I don't. Oh, God, I'm going to die. Give me a second. Oh, God dang it. I can't look it up. There's a meat. Yeah, comments. Everyone, chat. There is there's a type of a cut of meat called roast. Correct?
Like,
and you can cook a roast. You
like
don't have to roast a roast.
You could call a like 3 different cuts of beef a roasting joint because it's good for roasting. But the cut isn't called roast. So, like, a rump can be made into steaks, but it can also be roasted. A rump roast, as in chat. Like, yeah, it's the method, not the meat.
It's a method, not
I mean,
a...
obviously, yeah.
My life is a lie. I've been calling it roast the entire time, and no one corrected me. The people around me hate me. They want me to be ignorant.
This could also be like an Americanism, though. I'm not saying it's wrong. It's just like in England, you wouldn't call it that.
There's people from America in chat telling me I'm wrong.
Oh, okay.
My entire life I've been saying, oh yeah, I want some roast meat. It's literally the meat. It's called a roast. Oh my God. Oh. This is one of those glass shattering moments. It's like, I thought this my entire life. Yes, it was right the entire time. That was it until it wasn't.
And it's like, it's not like a big deal. It's just like just one thing that was never corrected.
Yeah, and that's the thing is everyone who loves me, who said they loved me anyway, they just said, oh yeah, Jason just does that because he's dumb. They didn't correct me at all. That's just Jason being Jason. He doesn't know roast is not a meat. Oh, Lord. Oh, there was a great roast. Well, I baked a ham. I don't know if that's a roast anymore.
Oh my God! What roast meat is a cut generally used for stews? What? That's an
new for
interesting
you.
sentence. like in the UK, we would call, say, like stewing meat or stewing steak, but that's just like a way to refer to a type of meat that is good to stew.
Yeah.
So like you might use brisket or chuck or something. You might use some other types for stewing. Roast meat you stew. Yeah, you don't roast meat for a stew. Like, some meats are also capable of being stewed, they're also capable of being roasted. You won't want to stew and roast the top side, but you can roast the top side. That's a good roasting joint of beef if you want it a little pink because it's leaner, which makes it unsuitable to stew. Sorry, I'm going off on a tangent now.
No, my life is a lie. I've been eating fake meat my entire life. Here's some roast. Okay. It's the meat.
Rocket buddy. I'm roasting in the sun. It's so hot. I'm not a cut of meat. Technically. You could be several cuts of meat.
You are definitely cuts of meat, just not prepared yet. Oh, Lord.
Yeah, instead of cake is a lie, the roast is a lie.
Roast is a lie. Well, it's just like we had that conversation about aluminum and aluminium.
Yeah, it's complete. It's not a different pronunciation. It's 2 different spellings, isn't it?
Yeah, it's 2 different spellings, and as far as I know, it is 2 different products. Like aluminium is the mineral, aluminum is the foil that we use.
Well, we use aluminium for both. You just separate them.
Yeah, because we're correct.
Yeah, we didn't invent the language or anything.
No. See, yeah, you invented it, but we perfected it.
Oh, that's one hell of an argument there.
Oh, you know what? After the roast thing, I have no idea what I'm talking about. So I don't even know if that's true or not anymore. Oh, Lord. That's what it was explained to me that way anyway. Just like you say hospital and we say the hospital. There's a difference in the way it's actually used. Over in the UK and Europe, hospitals are socialized, so it's only one thing. They're not privatized. And so when you say hospital, it's because that's it. It's the only thing. It's a hospital. Whereas we have the hospital because there's different versions and we have different privatized companies.
On context, we'd use it in both ways.
Do you?
So I need to go to a hospital. Let's go to the hospital, which by context, if you're say, I don't know, near Birmingham Hospital, would mean Birmingham Hospital.
Yeah. But I've only in the real world, I've only heard I need to go to hospital. I've never heard the hospital. At least over there.
I need to go to hospital.
Yes, in the UK, I've heard I need to go to hospital.
Well, yeah, but that's just using the word in a different way. So, like, I need to go to hospital, or that sounds weird. I need to go to a hospital or the hospital would sound more correct to me anyway.
Okay. Well, I mean, that's the only reference I've had, and the way it was explained to me was that we have it privatized, and so we have the hospital because there's different hospitals, and you can't say, it's not a generality of there's one singular hospital in the area. We have multiple. I mean, in my town, we have 2-3 different private hospitals within a 20 or 15 mile radius. And so, yeah, it's one of those, when I go to the hospital, I have to tell you which one versus over there. And again, I have no idea. It is hospital because there's only general.
The thing is, so it's state-owned, like state-ran, like by the NHS. Mm-hmm. However, there are also many different hospitals with different names that have different specialities. So some like Aston Hospital, I believe, is near Birmingham, is better known for its it might be close to the plains there. It's better known for like radiology.
Yeah. God, death mosquito. We have that as well, but we know that it's not state owned. So I have to go to Penrose for more heart focused care. But that's a private company compared to Memorial or UC Health or these different ones.
We talk about hospitals in exactly the same way. Yeah. The only difference is just that, like, yours aren't owned by the same thing. That's all it is. Like, I don't think we talk about them in.
What I'm hearing is that the UK are in such a rush that you cannot use the word "the" all the time.
I think that's that specific person.
Or
maybe the area.
It's been multiple. Maybe it's the area. I don't know. It has been multiple people. I mean, if I want a more public example would be Jeremy Clarkson. He would say hospital, not the hospital.
Well, yeah, I need to go to hospital. Yeah, that's more. That's just a different way of saying it. It's not a UK thing. I mean, like, specifically. Like, it's just one way of saying something.
I would say that because I've never in my life heard any American on the planet say, I need to go to hospital.
I'm just saying not everyone in the UK says it without the A or D. That's just... So, just because we do the one thing you don't doesn't mean that's all we do.
I would argue yes. You've said it multiple times in this conversation.
What, in reference to what you said?
Yes, in reference. Oh, need to get my eyes checked. What's going on here? We go to St. Mary's. Yeah, and you say maths. We just say math. I don't understand that.
Different kind of maths. There are multiple different kinds of maths, so it's by plural.
So you can't just say multiple math? Like, you don't say humans, you say people. But there's not a different word for maths? Like algebra, trigonometry?
Well, you can actually quote Sean Murray on that, because in an interview, he actually said, no, it's math. There are multiple kinds of maths. Like.
No, I agree with Sean Murray on a lot of things, but maths is not one of them.
I mean, I think math sounds weird to me. Like, I'm going to do math, but you're going to do multiple things, aren't you? What is math? What specifically does that refer to? That isn't multiple types of a thing.
I don't have an argument for you on that one. I don't know. I don't know that one.
I mean, I think both are kind of weird. Like, I don't think anything, none of them in all situations sound right. But maths sounds more right to me, but that could just be my upbringing.
Yeah, I think it is.
It probably is.
Because
I'd say the same for you as well.
Yeah, maths it just sounds terrible. It's like saying sheeps. It's like, no, there's not plural. There's no plural of sheep.
Well, yeah, there's only one kind of sheep, a sheep. However,
but if you have multiple
sheep in a field,
but you don't say there's sheeps over there. You say there's a sheep over there, and that means there's multiple.
Yeah, that's just a different word. What are you on about?
Well, what I'm saying is it's a different word, but they follow the same logical reasoning of it's not. There's no sheeps. You don't use that in general terminology. When I talk about there's different sheeps over there. That's not. There's different maths over there. No, it's different math in different sheep.
However, there are examples of both ways of using that, math versus maths, in other words. So you can't really just pick one. There are multiples.
I agree with that, but what my argument is that the maths in the UK is used way more frequently than it should be. You always say maths instead of just different math.
And you always say math.
Yeah. Well, we have to balance the world since you're on the other side and you guys are saying maths all the time. We have to balance it. We have to make up the difference. Oh. Seeds over here.
We should start a podcast. Englishmen and American discuss language.
Just discuss language. Just...
No one ever learns anything new, and we just argue for like 3 hours
exactly.
straight.
And we don't even actually know the basis. We're just like, this is how it is. There's no logical reasoning. It's just how it is. You know, I've only been told math, and that's it. So that's what makes it legitimate. Oh, because I have no argument. I have no idea the actual literary reasoning behind math versus maths. I just know that over here we don't say it.
It's like the way we say it. I can't think of any situation where I would use the singular. So it's like you just call, if you were talking about a specific type of maths, then you'd just call it by its name. Yeah, like, trigonometry or algebra.
And that's the opposite argument of mine. Is I don't know any way I would use maths because I would just say if it's multiple versions, I would just use the name instead of saying maths. I would say you need to use division, then divide, you need to subtract. I wouldn't say you need to use maths. I would actually define what those were.
Yeah, I completely agree. You are weird, yeah.
No, it's weird being correct. That's all it is.
Oh, sorry. Weirds.
Weirds. Yes, exactly. Well, the other one I saw in chat was geese versus geeses. You don't say geeses. You say geese.
Goose.
Or goose.
Goose and geese.
Yeah, it's a different word.
So goose is singular, geese is plural.
Yeah, but you wouldn't say geese is. So math would be singular.
Oh, no.
Make me another word. Instead of math, it's moth. That one's taken, but you know what I mean. You can make a different word instead of pluralizing the singular.
That is literally how language works. Like, what we need something to call this thing.
Just throw an S on it.
That's a fucking goose. That is sorry for my language. Okay. But there's a bunch of them. Well, gooses sounds stupid. Let's call them geese.
Let's call it geese. Well, that's the thing. They came up with because gooses sounds terrible, just like maths sounds stupid. So come up with a different word. Give me a new word.
English is a way less structured compared to many other languages. It was like
100%.
evolved massively. Yes. Whereas like you have Japanese, which is a purely phonetic I think phonetic. No, not phonetic.
It's visual, isn't it?
No, like I think it's the I think it is phonetic. It's based on syllables. So like if you read a Japanese word and you know the very base syllables, you can always pronounce that word exactly right.
Okay.
Whereas in English, you have through, thorough, though.
Read,
and they're
read,
all like,
wrote,
it makes
read.
no freaking sense.
Yes.
And like, you know, so yeah, look, most languages don't have that. It's just we're just weird.
Yeah, I was gonna say because we borrow so much. We have buffet. It's like, really? Not buffet?
I'm going to the buffet.
I'm gonna go to the buffet. What a different word for maths. How about numerancy? Yeah, numerancy. Yes, there you go. If you have different versions of math. Numeracy. Oh.
Oh, fun. I'm going to just mute myself. So I'm going to I put some brown rice on to soak earlier, but it's been like 4 hours and I probably should have eaten by
we've
now.
been going.
So,
Oh.
so I've got some jerk chicken in the fridge, so I'm going to do a bit of stir fry with some peppers,
Yeah,
mushrooms,
you're making me
onions.
hungry. I'm gonna have to end the stream because I need to eat something too. I have some. Oh yeah, our vote here. Italian food wins out. Come on now. Guys.
Really?
Italian food
I
is
chose
good.
Asian.
I did Asian as well.
Asian, yeah, like Italian food is good. I dude. I make an amazing ragu, man. Spent like
Yes.
4 hours cooking down this epic pancetta, pork and beef ragu. Get some, get the trio in there, of course, and it tastes so
Making me
good.
hungry. Oh. But yeah, Italian food wins. Italian food is good. Don't get me wrong, but Asian food is better.
You can tell your audience from this vote because Indian food is last and American is above that, like by twice. Now, America has some amazing food, but Indian food as well. It's like, it's good stuff, man.
See, I've only had very limited Indian food. You know, I've had,
I don't think it's super big in America, is it? Just because it's like the furthest away you're going to get, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, to be fair, we have a lot of Chinese, Asian food here. That's like big here, whereas you guys do a lot of Indian food over in the UK, right?
Yeah, so like India's closer to us than Southeast Asia, and Southeast Asia's closer to you. So I think it's largely just kind of that.
Is it?
Like the
Is it
closest,
closer to us? I mean, distance-wise, but don't you fly the other direction?
Well, yeah, so like if you go, like if you're looking at the US, you've got Southeast Asia like just to your left.
Oh yeah,
and then
I know
but India's after that.
I know physically it's closer to us,
Kinda.
but when you travel, you don't travel across that side. You actually go west. You don't go east. You don't fly that direction, as far as I know, because you'd be going against the currents, and so it would actually take you a lot longer, a lot more fuel. So to be more efficient, you fly the other direction.
That can't be. That can't be true that you'd fly around the entire world to get like 5% of the world to the left.
Yeah,
that makes no sense.
I believe it does make sense in the fuel efficiency and timing because you're going against the wind versus with the wind.
Yeah, but look, I can understand that for certain situations. But when it's like 5 to 10% of the actual distance, the one way versus like literally like 90% the other.
Let me see.
Because
I'm gonna look up a flight to Japan
like
right now.
Canada and Japan, they fly between each other constantly. To fly over the Arctic Circle, okay, that makes more sense. So it'd still probably be closer then than India doing it that way.
Oh me.
I don't think.
Oh no,
Can a
that's
plane? Oh, what's that?
Nothing. Keep going. What were you gonna say?
What is it? Oh, I was just gonna say, can a plane even make it round? But then I thought, no, they'll just stop off anyway and refuel, so it doesn't really matter.
Are we supposed
what were
to
you
see the
gonna say
joint
anyway?
code? Yeah. Oh, I was gonna say I'm looking at multiple flights from Denver, where I'm at, Colorado, Central USA to Japan. So yeah, that's a straight shot. So technically, I am wrong. I am incorrect on that. Roast is not a food. I hate the world. I hate the world. What else? You know what, Zane? You're ruining my life with all this knowledge.
Oh, I did this to a friend of mine like a couple of years back. We were on a road trip, and we were listening to a load of just pop music and stuff back from like our youth, and like I gave him the realization that all pop music is about sex, and he'd never thought about it. And he had this last little bit of innocence in his mind. and I just shattered it in that one sentence.
Would
And
you?
like, he was like, but what about Kesha? I'm like, she's the worst. Then he put a Kesha song
Wait a
on.
minute.
Like,
Would you
seriously,
count Bo
there's-
Burnham as pop music?
Well, I mean, if I said all, I mean, you know, it's
I
like
know, I know.
there are.
I
some that
want to
aren't.
win one. I have to win one.
Oh, so you'll do it by being a massive pedant.
Yes.
So yeah, it's like the majority of pop music, you know, is about
Yeah.
sex. It's
Oh,
just,
100%.
like, and like he didn't think almost any of it was. I'm like, there was a song on. He's like, this isn't. And then I just like mouthed 5 lyrics in a row. And he's like, God damn it!
No, it's not allowed.
It's beautiful. It was like I felt both kind of sad that I destroyed the last bit of innocence in his mind, and but also I found it freaking hilarious.
Well, there's all those little things like I know it's a generic thing. I don't know if your family did it, but when I was a kid, if you were ever riding in a vehicle, if you're in the back seat, you would want to turn on the hood light, the headlight above your head in the vehicle. My mother told me it was illegal. She would get arrested and she would go to jail immediately. So I can't do that. And I thought that until I was like 18 years old. And then I realized, no, it's not illegal to turn your lights on in your vehicle. What the hell?
My father would say the same as well.
Yeah.
I don't know if somewhere in the world it is, but I do know that kids are annoying, and if you tell them it's against the law, they've got more chance of not doing it.
Oh, 100%. And I mean, when I have kids, I'm going to do that as well.
Yeah.
100%. It's illegal. Don't do it. But
Yeah,
it would
Saint
be
would be pissed, man.
it would be my luck that my child would say, "Okay, you can go to jail." They wouldn't care.
But the thing is, it's also just heavily distracting.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
I
yeah,
thought
there's
just having
reasons
it right
for
at
it, but
night anyway, like, you know.
oh god. Not illegal, but you can be pulled over for it. They can be distracted too. Yeah, I mean, and I think that's the other benefit / terrible thing in the United States is that depending on where you live, different states going to have different codes for that kind of stuff. So in one state it could be illegal, like a state decides to make it illegal, whereas another one won't.
Like some people may just do it because it's like, well, let's just make sure. Like, I'm not going to check if we're in that state. I suppose with the internet, it's easier to do now.
Yeah. Well, and then
But,
at the end of the day, I'm sure a police officer would just use it as a reason, no matter what, even if it wasn't illegal. Like, well, you had your light on, we didn't know what was going on, so we pulled you over just to check you, make sure you're okay.
Yeah. Yeah, and then they'll find your drugs. Ugh.
Yeah, exactly. All the pineapple pizza and roast I have in the back. Oh.
We pulled you over about the light, but I see that you have no pupil somehow. What's going on? Well,
It's just
I've been
all
eating
one
too
pupil.
much pineapple and ham together, and that apparently just makes you super high.
Dude.
And then I smoked a roast. You
I
shouldn't smoke
smoked a
that now.
roast. Yes, exactly. I smoked a roast. You know, the meat. Good lord.
I
Oh,
don't think you know how food works. Oh dear. He's either
This guy's
high or
obviously
an idiot.
crazy.
Let's pull him over.
oh. Jason's new favorite pizza is anchovy pineapple. Nah, never.
Oh,
That is the worst. Do you eat anchovy, Zane? Because a lot of people told me it's okay on its own, but I've only tried it on
I don't
pizza
think
and it's
I've-
terrible.
I've never eaten it on its own. I've had things with anchovy, and anchovy is in a hell of a lot of food, especially Italian food.
Yeah.
Because anchovies, it's kind of used like soy sauce. It's just like a way to salt food with a bit of extra depth.
Yeah, and I think I'm okay with that if it's chopped up and it's so small and insignificant you don't notice the flavor itself. It's just adding a background
That's
texture.
usually
Okay.
it's usually how it's used.
Yeah.
Just like pureed in a sauce or something.
It's not usually just slapped on a pizza that's like a gigantic. Oh god, it was the worst.
I feel like
thing.
it'd be too salty just to have whole.
It was, at least to my taste, it felt like a fishy salt ball. It was just like, and then you add in
Yeah,
the
that
pineapple
sounds
juice
rank.
to it. It is the worst thing.
Like Like maybe if it was very finely chopped and one fillet spread over the pizza, sure.
Yeah,
But just as one thing, that's like, would you like a cup of salt with your everything else?
And we squeeze some fish oil in there for you too. It's great.
I do like fish oil, but again, that's a way of making something salty with a bit more depth.
Oh, but I wouldn't put fish oil on a random thing though. I would.
Oh, fish oil. Sorry,
Yeah.
I thought you said fish sauce.
No,
Oh,
fish oil.
No.
Yeah, no, it was.
I have fish oil next to me
I do too.
in a big omega-3. Delicious. Oh yeah, you actually ordered it from the same place.
I do.
didn't you?
Yeah, I have the same thing. I don't know if you're
So
watching.
you got the
stream.
My Vitamins Performance Omega-3 Plus.
Yes.
Nice.
Yes, I do have it. I need to order
Nice,
some
good-
more actually.
Good man.
Yeah, I'm getting
Yeah,
low.
it's good quality stuff from there.
It is. I love it.
Yeah, I'm getting a little low. I've got about 100 soft gels left.
I think I have like 20, so I'm getting closer than you. Yeah, I got like a month left maybe.
Thing is, I have like 3 at once of these, so it's a month's worth.
Holy mackerel, man! I probably should take
Yeah,
more. I
'cause-
only take 2 a day.
The dose is 2,400 milligrams of omega-3 oil, and that's per serving of 3. So and in that you get 1,800 milligrams of EPA and 450 of DHA. EPA, I believe, is the one that's good for your heart. DHA, I believe, is good for your brain. And then you have ALA, which is kind of other stuff. I'm not sure, but that's from flax seeds. So,
But I'm not seeing anywhere where there's roast on this thing, so
it's,
we need roast.
It's not made of roast.
It's not made of roast.
Oh, actually, damn it! That reminds me. There's this dude who's like, It might have actually been Always Sunny, where Charlie he says pie as an ingredient. It's like, yeah, you got the pie and then you got like the filling. It's like, well, pie isn't an ingredient, man. It's pie.
Oh, was he talking about the crust, or was it just the pie itself?
Just pie. It's like, yeah, pie's an ingredient. It's pie, lasagna. You could add lasagna to things. Like what?
Yes, that's my kind of guy.
Pie man, we need to get some pie.
That's my kind of guy. Oh, I need to roast.
You get some roast, and then you got some potatoes.
You can add some pie to the roast. I mean, come on, you got it.
How are you going to cook that roast? Well, I'm thinking about boiling it. Gonna boil me up a roast.
I need to boil my roast. I put it out in the smoker. Oh. All right. Well, I am definitely I'm gonna call it there, you guys. We are going to. Yeah, you need to go get your rice, buddy.
Yeah.
And we're gonna go raid Zoo. We're gonna raid Zoo. Zoo is streaming right now. So
Thank
hopefully
you for
guys
having
like the
me.
stream. Heck yeah! Thank you for hanging out and making me feel inadequate about my base and my food.
Oh, dude, anytime, man, anytime.
I appreciate you.
It brought me almost to arousal.
Almost. Next time it will be full, but yeah, this time we just edged you up a little bit.
You got to finish the job next time, man. What the hell?
I love it. All right, guys. Well, see you, Zane. Go get your rice and have fun with that. I will see you all later on in the week. Are you doing? Wait, Zane. Before we leave, are you doing a speed run? Do you have a speed run planned?
Kind of no. I mean, if you finish one, I guess I'll have to.
I
just so
did
you don't
finish
beat me by
one.
default. Oh god damn it! How was the time?
It's the worst time in the world. It's gonna be easy. It's an hour 38 minutes. It was terrible.
Okay, I guess I'll have to do one then. I don't know when. I'll.
It's not gonna be hard to beat. I'm gonna practice tomorrow, and on Friday I'm gonna try to beat that. So it's a little hard for you.
I'll wait till you've done whatever you're gonna do then.
Okay.
Because I don't have to do it a second time.
Why? I want you to.
I have
stream
no
tomorrow.
I have no motivation to do a speedrun of this one. I don't know why. It's just I think the guide took twice as long as the others, and I'm kind of done with it already.
Dude, I was done with it as well. As soon as I died, and then yesterday I burned myself out. I never like to be angry on stream, but I felt like I was getting there towards the end. I was like, dude, this is just making me mad.
There's only so much patience anyone has.
Yeah. Well, thank you guys all, Saz, Heather, everybody. Thank you for hanging out. I need to end the stream. We're just gonna keep streaming for the next 5 hours.
Bye, chat.
Bye, everybody. Bye, Zane. I'll see you later. And bye, chat. We're gonna go over to Zoo. So go say hi to Zoo and tell him that you love Valheim. He should play some Valheim. Ugh.